If you at work, don't call in, girl. All right. If you at work, do not call in because y'all is not about to use me as no excuse. Okay, as to why this and as to why that. All right. If y'all at work, don't y'all bring y'all ugly asses in here. Stay your asses at work. Um, cause I ain't got no doctor note to give you. What's good, y'all? Y'all already know what to do, so make it do what it do. And y'all have. I came up in here, it said it was like 21 likes. I said, ooh, not y'all already know what to do. I'm here for it. Y'all continue to get the likes up. You know what I'm saying? It's 61 likes. It should be 60. I mean, 61 people. It should be 61 likes. You know, that's what I like. You is CCF free. You real handsome. All right, you real handsome. I ain't even go see. All right, fine. I'm not gonna put that on you. I don't talk about the rest of the uglies. All right, that's what I'm gonna put it on. I'll talk about the rest of the uglies. You right, you not. You real handsome. All right, I'm gonna put it on the rest of the uglies. Hey Brandon, how you doing? You made your ass up in here again? Child, not you up in here to see me again, Brandon. Thank you, Linda Marshall, for your super chat, baby. What's good, boo? I'm fine. What's good with you? Hold on, let me heart your super chat because now YouTube apparently allows you to heart it. Um, thank you, boo. I appreciate it. Yes, God, Miss from Sweden. Shout out to Sweden, honey. Is it niggas in Sweden? I really want to know. Are there niggas in Sweden? Like real sweet niggas. Like, do they have them? I really want to, and I'm not talking about the ones that's there because they in the military. They don't count. I'm talking about like ones that's born and bred there. Okay, and that's on period. Okay, that's on period. You said it is, Nicole. Child. Hey, Tammy Talks. What's good, friend? Child, I gotta come down there. I gotta see what them Swedish niggas talking about. I gotta see what them Swedish hit niggas hitting on. All right, because they might be better. Because the ones that because the American niggas is trash. Do you understand me, Nicole? They trash. I don't care what you see on these reality shows. I don't care what you see when they playing baseball, basketball, softball. What they trash around here to the Americas. They trash. So I want to see, other than Brandon. Brandon ain't trash. All right. And other than CCF Freak, he ain't trash either. All right. But the rest of them is. So I can't wait. I really want to see what them Swedish niggas is saying on. Mm-hmm. Y'all get these likes up, child. Get them up. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Yeah, I am. I'm hoeing internationally. All right, because I feel like my whole card, I got enough. I got enough mileage on my whole card to go international. All right. See, not too many people can do that. I can do that, and Scotty can too. Not to be clear, I can, and Scotty can too. But we ain't even gonna get on her ass. We gonna let her live. But what's good, Miss Gucci Diva? What's good, sis? You watched the Peacock version? I was going to, but I won't doing nothing last night. And so I said, you know what? I'm just gonna go on ahead and watch that. So the only thing I gotta watch is Summer House, and that's what happened. I got up early this morning. I watched Summer House, and I put that review out early. So I'm glad I watched it on cable like everybody else. But I wouldn't have mind seeing, the unedited version. No shade. Chris Clear, GEB in production, child. We gonna get there. I didn't watch this live. It was I know. I know. Shaq, tell y'all straight niggas is something else, honey. Like I said, y'all straight, especially you old straight niggas. Y'all still went around here watching wrestling. Like, I'm telling y'all, like y'all wore my nerve thin in the 90s. When I was young. You know what I'm saying? Y'all threw me off then with watching wrestling. When was it? Monday night, Sunday night, Thursday night. Child, it got on my nerves. Like, ugh. I couldn't wait to be an adult, so I ain't got to deal with that again. And then guess what? Trade like it. So I still couldn't escape. Hoes from Ham University, whatever, small black, whatever. All right, you can call me whatever you want to. No, the real whore, and actually the real whore of Hampton University was that dirty, disgusting ass, aka that stole my man. That's the real whore of Hampton University, if you want to be honest. See, I can't even put that on tack. Hmm. And I don't care nothing about all of the AKAs probates was this weekend. Girl, who cares? Okay. Who cares? Cause I don't want to hear nothing in the comments about how y'all probates was this weekend and all that. Who cares? I know I don't. All right, I don't want to hear none of that in the comments because I know that's coming. Don't do us because it was our. I don't give a damn, and even more reason to go in and I have on y'all. So why should I care? Like Tony Braxton said, why should I care? Why should I care? And I'ma gag the hell out of y'all on y'all probate weekend. Even more, but I am. Well, I'm gonna weigh y'all out. Y'all wait till this episode happens. Child, what's your question, friend? And it better had nothing to do with them damn AKAs. I ain't talking about the Pico Green one just yet, because we gonna get on them. Yeah, because I already know how they finna do. It's about to be a whole bunch of Pico Green hearts in the comments, and oh, did you see the probate? Oh, probate. Not here. Anyway, we 10 minutes in. Now, first and foremost, y'all already know we got to do this. Y'all make sure to go and subscribe and follow Bando King's new song, Nasty, on all streaming platforms, featuring our very own Carl, aka K Star, and two other guys up there again. I never get y'all name right, but it's no shade. Follow them as well. Definitely make sure to go and hit it up. It's only 99 cents. All right, we ain't asking you for a lot. Please go and support Scotty's baby daddy and my friend Bando Kane. So now that I got that out the net, well, I said out the net, I meant out the way. But when I was looking for this, net just came up into the thing. They really need to start a new show like this, y'all. Would y'all watch it? Would y'all watch the real fat necks of reality TV if they actually made it a thing? Would y'all watch it? All right, we're turning this into the real fat neck edition of the Housewives. Like this is what this is gonna be. All right, and I already got the front runner of the show right there in the center. Tacky. Girl, let me leave this up here for a second while I get my water. Y'all hold up. All right, I'm back. Child. Ugh, girl, I just can't deal. I can't deal. I'm not, I won't, and I refuse. Thank you so much, friend, for your cash shabu. One. Thank you, babe. I totally appreciate you. I thank you, sugar. Thank you. Anybody else like to donate, honey? Feel free. And y'all gonna see that meme again later on. But that's when I saw that pic floating around Tacky on Twitter, because that's where I saw it at. I couldn't let it, I couldn't let her skate by. I couldn't. I couldn't let her skate by. All right. I couldn't. All right. And if I don't let nobody else skate by, because I damn sure didn't let her skate by. If I didn't let her skate by, there was no way that y'all thought I was ever gonna let this shit escape. It just won't gonna happen. Like I had to. Like child, a mess. It's a mess. Anyway, let's get down to this. Potomac, not Summer House. I already got them up out the way. Hold on, let me delete them. So y'all already know I'm gonna do the review first, and then I'm gonna drop the link, and I'm gonna allow first come, first serve. And y'all can come up here, and then y'all can gag about the episode or whatever the case may be, because I'm not gonna keep y'all up here long. It's a Monday, child. Potomac, Season 8, Episode 20, Reunion Part 2. So Father Time opens up about the issues between her and Sleepy G. I ain't care. So Father Time says that when the story about her and Sleepy G divorcing came out, everybody hit her up other than Wendy and Candace. They were the only ones that didn't reach out to her. Father Time, fuck you. And I don't know what more you expect from us at this point. Why would First of all, I don't know why you looking for Wendy to throw your ass a bone, considering that you tossed a drink in her face last season. So for you to be sitting around here looking for Wendy to toss you a bone, that proves the delusions and delulu of grandeur that is sprouted all around you. We could start there. And then for you to expect anything from Candace, why? Why? Nigga, yeah, I see you and Candace playing nice with each other, but at the end of the day, Candace don't really fool with you like that. She plays nice as long as you play nice. But then the minute that you go there with her, it's gonna be back up the way that it's supposed to be. I don't again. Another thing that y'all do that really crawls under my skin is this whole sisterhood shit. It's the same thing that y'all did when y'all did with Monique when it came down to the whole black women this and the black women that thing. Y'all love to hold on to the black women crusade and the sister crusade when it suits y'all and it suits y'all narrative. Like, girl, please. Y'all are use a call she-ho to Wendy and Candace. So why would they call you just because your husband read down about you and your horratious ways um down to the phone? Like I agreed with Wendy. Girl, you better be glad that I didn't use that and weaponize you with it. And Wendy, if you did, I wouldn't have felt no type of way about it. Hell, it would have made you a whole lot more interesting if you did. That's how I feel. I really wish that you would have used that against her and you would have tore her ass up with it, because that's what I would have did. Like, girl, gone. And anybody reaching out to you is dumb, because you did cheat on that damn man. You had an affair on that man even before that y'all got married. To let him tell it, you was still running around here, creeping around with ink even before y'all got married, and he knew that. He pulled the mellow, already knowing that you won't bout shit, but then married you any damn way. That's why I don't feel no types of ways for Sleepy G. Don't look. Shout out to James Caldwell. I agreed when he said that Sleepy G, you sold your soul to get up here on national TV with this fake ass storyline. But again, I don't feel no types of ways about it, Sleepy G, because you came up here last season admitting that you had a wife and you had a family, and you that alone wasn't enough to stop you from going around there to get Father Time. So whatever karma has for the both of you deserve. The same way I don't feel no types of ways about Father Time, I do not feel no types of ways about Sleepy G. And I'm not here for ink either. Because any real grown ass man that's just gonna play the fiddle and play second string all these years is some up with him, and I can't fool with him, and I can't trust him. Like in my opinion, all three of y'all just need to be in the damn thirple and just do whatever it is that y'all do. Gordon, you leaving for what? What you leaving for? You may as well stay there. And it's the same thing for you too. Father Time, you may as well stay there. You up here trying to talk about your inheritance. And when I met him, he already was going through this and going through that and blah blah blah. Mia, Father Time. She who was a stripper, but yet had three grandparents who left her three types of so you got three grandparents that left you three inheritances, but you was still being a dirty, disgusting stripper, taking your clothes off of dirty ass geezers like Sleepy G. You had three inheritance from three different grandparents, but Gordon was the one that had to save you from the pole. Because to let you tell it, that's how y'all met. And or is the story when y'all got engaged or whatever and you decided to stop stripping, is that when you found out about the inheritance and all of that? I don't know. Father Time, I don't know. Father Time, I don't know. I don't know. And who is these rich grandparents of yours? Because I still don't understand how the hell you turned out to be a damn stripper if you got three rich ass grandparents that's leaving you all type of inheritance. Like, I had three grandparents who left me an inheritance. And now I feel like he was using me simply because of my inheritance, because he had all of these issues going on. Yeah, and you had a whole damn nigga in your back pocket. So at the end of the day, Father Time, I have nothing for you. If you want sympathy, girl, go look in the dictionary. Get a thesaurus, ask Google, ask Alexa, ask Siri. I ain't got no sympathy for you. You better not say a damn word. Talk to Alexa. Okay, she ain't lit up. Moving on. Father Time says Wendy is Ink's favorite on the show. Mia talking about some Ink got taste. Ink ain't got no damn taste. If Ink had taste, would he be fooled up and fangled up with Father Time? No. What real nigga with taste and substance is gonna sit up and play the sad nigga for over 10, 15, 20 damn years at this point? Because if y'all went to high school together and Mia pushing damn 60, sitting there taking that as a compliment. Wendy, shut your ass up. I could tell you ain't used to no man giving you no compliment. Cause ain't nowhere. I'd have been like, girl, gone. Ink can't afford me. Ink ain't nowhere on my damn price bracket. He ain't me and him. Look, the only thing Ink could do for me is eat my coochie. Okay, that's about it. Moving on. So Tacky's real. Gracie leaving for college. Tacky daddy dying. Tacky calling uh, Tacky calling Mammy Shrine evil while she was in the hospital. Candace starts crying. While Tacky talk about her daddy. Um, Gracie went off to college. I hope Gracie is having the time of her life down to FAMU. But Gracie, please don't have too much to listen, because you are the product of Magilla Gorilla. So please don't go around there. I really hope you have not gotten none of his habits. All right, because you out your mama house now. And I understand when you young and you out your mama's house, you in a whole nother state. Your mama got to fly to you to get to you. So it ain't like, she a hop, skip, and a jump. You are gonna start to feel yourself, smell yourself. You're gonna think you grown. I'm gonna need you to remember, girl, you ain't grown. You legal, but you ain't grown. All right, Gracie. And I really hope that you conduct yourself in the manners that your mama, your mammy taught you. And listen to her. Do not listen to Temple. All right, because she is leading you down the wrong path. I can tell you trying to fight tooth and nail to not end up like your mammy. The number one thing, the number umero uno thing for you to not do is head round there to no peaky green. Don't you do it, Gracie. Gracie, if you don't want to end up like your mammy, that is the main thing that you don't need to do. All right. That is the main thing that you need to do. Hey, schoolboy. Is there an overflow section I can sit in? You ain't gotta sit. Girl, please, one of them gonna get their ass up and you can take their seat because you got that type of clout around here. One of y'all get y'all ass up. All right. One of y'all need to go in the back of the bus. All right. Get up, Rosa, and let schoolboy sit down. Um, but yeah, Gracie, don't listen to Temper. She leading you down the wrong path. Okay, whatever you do, do not. Okay, don't let them talk you into the whole legacy. This, listen. That's what the Deltas did with Candace, and the Deltas didn't want Candace ass. All right. Mama Wendy, Dorothy, I mean, was enough for them. They did not need Candace ass. See, we real like that. You understand me? See, if you really want to go somewhere real, go ahead around there and hit about them Deltas, honey. That's what you go do. You understand me? Because see, we ain't scared to tell you no. We not just accepting any old baddie just because they legacy and yeah. We don't care about none of that. Moving on. That's for that. And don't come home with no baby. Oh my Gracie, if I find out, don't you come back home pregnant. Don't do that either. Now, if you lose your virginity, you lose it. That's what you're supposed to do. You in college, but you don't you dare bring home no baby. And don't you dare come home in no peaky green paraphernalia. Don't bring home no babies. Don't bring home no peaky green paraphernalias. That's the two no. That part. Okay, now if you bring it home some crimson and cream, that's what I'm talking about. That's acceptable. Anyway, um, Tacky's father dying. Listen, again, I lost both my parents, and just like you. All right, I was there when my daddy took his last breath. All right, and I was 8 years old, 8 or 9, 8, 9, 10, one of the two. I may have been 10. 10 at the most. All right. Well, 9 going on 10 because my nephew was born in April and me and him are 10 years apart. So, yeah. So, just like you, I've been there, Tacky. I know what that feels like. And I feel really bad that you had to experience that. But at the same time, that is something that you're going to remember that at least he know that you was there in his final hour. And that's the main takeaway from that. Tacky. All right. Now, even though I don't fool with you, I understand you because I've been there and I know exactly what that's like. I commend you for having enough courage to even be able to sit there and tell the story about how all of that happens because, again, I've been there and I know what that's like. And it's not easy to sit up and tell how you was there when you lost a parent. And especially with how fresh that it was, not too many people can do that. So I appreciate you. And that is why I'm not finna tell Candace to shut up. Because I don't think Candace Tears had anything to do with Tacky. I think it had to be the simple fact of your dad passed. You understand? See, I get Candace's emotion at that particular point because she understands it. Even though she don't like you, at the end of the day, all of them are gonna have to be in that predicament and in that boat. Unfortunately for you, it was your time to be in that predicament in that boat. And even though she don't see it for you, she can still feel that for you. See, it's a difference. I ain't gotta like you, but I can still feel that. I can feel that. I don't fool with you, but I can feel that. You know what I'm saying? And that's not an easy thing to deal with. So I can get that coming from in this instance. I can receive it coming from Candace because it's like I'm not gonna lie, Giselle. I almost got choked up listening to you talk about watching your dad take. Because I've been there, I was like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I mean, this is this time. I'm not mad at Candace for showing some emotion because I almost showed some because it was hard sitting there listening to you explain that. And I've been there, so I know what that's like. It is never easy. So I get that. But listen, maybe you a cold-hearted snake. I don't know, you know. But Candace crying about feeling emotions of you explaining your dad's passing is completely different than Giselle laughing at Candace's fake ass tears over losing a friendship with Dickum down way down to the damn ground Dixon that she never had. So that's the difference for me. Candace crying over Dickum down way down to the damn ground Dixon's friendship. Girl gone, but Candace crying, sitting down, listening to hearing how she felt when her father transitioned. Yeah, I get that because I've been there. Yeah, I get that. So I guess I'll let you have it, Candace. But mm, no tea, no shade, Gabby. I was gonna get to that. Since Gabby took us to hell, I may as well take us to the fifth level. Yeah, the people was saying that you got your coloristic ways from your daddy. The people said that your daddy was very colorist round there to the people, and that's why you feel that's why you got the attitude that you got. Because you light skinned with pretty blue eyes and all of the rest of that. And they said all that shit came from your daddy. May he rest in peace. But that's what the people were saying. That's what the people were saying. The people were saying you got all that shit from your dad. So I don't know how true that is. So don't shoot me. All right. Don't shoot me. I don't make the news. I report it. And that was what I heard. All of that stemmed from him and how you treat other darkest tone women and how nasty you are to them and how petty and catty and despicable that you could be when it comes to them. They said all that stemmed from it. May he rest in peace. Oh, we can move on because I just cleared all of that up. Um, First of all, hey Mo, y'all shout out to Mo. Y'all know I love my Mo. But no, I don't want to make it to make sense. May he rest it. Look, I don't listen. I don't know this to be true. I don't make the news. I just spread it. And this has been the running thing about your daddy, your dearly departed dad. May he rest in peace. So hey Marcella, what's good, friend? So Remember how Giselle said she stayed inside to avoid the sun, not to get darker? Giselle was on Katie's head first season about her being biracial when she was darker than Giselle. Listen, see, I don't even want to go down this road with y'all because I know it's going to make a lot of folk upset and I know it's going to make me upset because y'all know I don't really get down with the whole colorist thing because I don't feel like colorism plays into everything. But when it comes to this franchise and these two particular women in together, it definitely comes into play. Now y'all know I don't fool with all that colorism talk. But when it comes to this particular franchise and those two particular women, it plays a huge vital part. And that's the reason why Dick 'em down way down to the damn ground Dixon got to crying. That's why. That's why, because she finally got called out and exposed for what it was since season one. And that's why she cried. I know I'm skipping, but that's why she cried. And if you're not that way, dick them down, then you need to unalign yourself from Tacky because she is. And you constantly want to run up under her skirt 24/7, 365. And that is why you get lumped into everything that is wrong and bad, evil and nasty, and Knievel and narcissistic with Giselle. That's why when we wrap our hands around her throat real good, we always wrap our hands around your ass too. Because you constantly want to run up behind her versus having a mind of your damn own. So don't cry now. Don't cry now. Your tears I get less in the hell about. Don't cry now. Deal with it. Because you want she didn't cry about it. What the hell you crying for? She didn't cry because she knows it's the truth. She knows she's a colorist bigot down to her core. That's why she had no emotion. You had emotion because you're probably not that way. But because you want to run up behind her, when we wrap her hands around her, your ass, yeah, that's just that. That's just that. You may not be that, Robin, but your feelings got hurt. That's why. Your feelings got hurt. You never had to deal with that because you're probably not that way, but you constantly want to align yourself with her. That's why you cried, and that's why she didn't. Because she already knows to her core that she's a colorist cunt. You didn't cry. I mean, you cried because you really aren't that way, but you got lumped into it, and we don't care. It is what it is. Find a new set of friends. Quit aligning yourself with people that don't represent who you and who you are in your heart of hearts. Quit doing that. Because, girl, we ain't here for your tears. Oh, well. Cry me a river. I don't care. Thank you, Soledad, for your cash app, friend. Not because it's Monday. Well, I appreciate you for your cash app, even though it's Monday. No, I don't think Robin is a colorist. I don't, because Robin got up here and admitted that she still liked Monique. But running up behind Giselle, that is why she had the issue with her. And it's the same thing with Wendy. She didn't have an issue with Wendy. But running up behind Giselle, again, I'm gonna be honest, and I know we love to give Dickum down a lot. My personal opinion, I'm not expecting you guys to agree with me. I don't want you to agree with me. If you don't agree with me, don't agree with me. I don't give a damn. My personal opinion, I don't believe that she's a colorist. Rob, I believe she gets lumped up into it because she wants to constantly run up behind Giselle. And that is why I think she got hurt and her feelings got hurt. Because I don't believe that she's that way. But girl, that's what you get. When you align yourself with people that are, I have no choice but to think that you're that way. Because you condone it when she do it. Moving on. Tacky and that gay boy ain't seeing each other, of course, because he's gay. All right, everybody knows. Jason like men. All right, Jason ain't into women. It's 352 of y'all and only 145 likes. Can y'all get me up to at least 200 likes? 250. I need 250 because it's over 350 of y'all. Can I at least get 250 on the likes? Can I get that? I mean, and I appreciate all 300 of y'all for being here, but I would really love the likes to match the people that's in here. You're listening, you're gagging, you're laughing, you're roasting and gagging, you jonesing, you're commenting. Oh, well, 300. Can I get up to 300 likes? Hey, lady, that's me. Um, but yeah, Tacky, girl, please. Miss Jason don't want you. Miss Jason never wanted you. Okay, Miss Jason is Miss Jason is a me. All right, Miss Jason is a schoolboy. All right, Miss Jason is on the same sit on the same rainbow we all do. Okay, Miss Jason sit on the same rainbow we do. So, of course, you're seeing other people. Of course, you're seeing other people. Like, what else are y'all gonna do with each other other than rub coochies together? And you don't need him for that because you're doing that with Rob. So, I mean, of course, y'all seeing other people. No, none of us ever believed that you and that little gay girl had anything going on other than him being your good Judy and being your purse holder when you go and trying on the clothes around there to Savage Fenty or wherever the hell it is you shop. All right. That's your token piece of gay accessory. That's what Jason was to you. So let's not go there. We don't need to go down the whole rabbit hole of her and Jason because we already know that was nothing but smoke and damn mirrors. A lie at best. Candace Real. So Candace did her music career, the breast cancer lump, well, the breast lump scare. Candace versus Dickum Down, and that was that. So Candace now wanting Drew Sidora to open up for her show. Listen again, Candace, you listen. Candace, you can say whatever you want to say, but you was being shady to Drew. All right. And I don't know why you didn't want Drew to open up for you. But listen, Candace, you got every right to have whoever you want open up to you. You ain't got to have Drew Sidor open up for you just because people feel as though you should. But I really wish you would just say that. I really wish you would be like, listen, it's no shade to Drew Sidor. I respect her as an artist. I respect her as a reality TV star, just like me and all that good stuff. But it was just other people that I had in mind to open up for me. She wasn't it. I can respect that, Candace. You ain't got to beat around the bush with it because you can have anybody you want open up for you. Anybody you want to have open up for you. You ain't got a pussyfoot around it. Yes, Miss Girl could sing, but I didn't want her to open up for me, so I didn't ask her to. I asked somebody else to. And that's fine. That's fine. Maybe she didn't want a bigger name opening. Drew is a bigger name. I don't see Drew as a bigger name. I mean, was Drew in some good movies? Yes. Did Drew play some good roles? Well, one on the game. But would I consider her this big name, even compared to I don't know. Let me ask y'all: would y'all consider Drew Sidora a bigger name than Candace? Can I get up to 200 likes, please? I'm at 194. Can I at least get 200, please? Is that 194? Can I at least get? I mean, it's 341 of y'all. Like, can I please get up to 200? Does Drew even have an album? She do, I think. I think she came out with one late way back in '09 sometime. '09, '10, somewhere around there. I think she did. Or maybe it was just a song. I don't know. Bigger than Candace. If I feel Candace heard the crowd singing Drew's song, and when she came out, they wouldn't know hers to sing. Mo, you is messy. Mo, leave Candace off. I'm more than sure if people are buying tickets to see her sing, they know her song. All right, or at least the chorus. They know the chorus, the bridge, something. They know something of her song. You so messy. Yeah, but okay. Candace Dillard Bassett and opening Drew Sidora. Would that make me buy her ticket that more? No. Now, don't get me wrong. I did like Deep Space. I got a lot of songs that I like off Deep Space, but do I support it enough to go and buy a ticket even if Drew Sidora's name is opening? No. No. Now, I mean, look again, y'all opinion. I'll let you have it. Moving on. Michael lawsuit against her was dropped, and she actually takes up for Ashley because a lot of people felt like Ashley was lying about knowing this and knowing that. And even Candace had to come out and admit that she does not believe that Ashley knows. And to be real, I don't either. I don't either. And the reason why I say that is because Candace and Ashley are wishy-washy and flippy-floppy when it comes to their relationship. One minute they hate each other and they reading each other down. The next minute, both of them are in the confessionals talking about something. They're really cool for real, for real. They're really like I can really hang and chill with her for real. Like, and both of them do that to each other. So it's not hard for me to think that Michael is like, we could be going through a divorce, and I don't know how you and her is. Like I can see Michael leaving Ashley about. I can. I can. Like if Ashley really didn't like Candace, like if Ashley and Candace was like Tacky and Candace or Dick 'em down and Candace, then yeah, yeah, he told you something. Because neither one of y'all like her. So he definitely told you something. But because the both of them are wishy-washy with their feelings toward one another, I don't necessarily see Michael like telling her every damn thing. I don't. But we can move on because y'all still talk about Candace opening and Drew opening and all of that. Um, hey Sierra B, what's good, boo? I'm just here for T saying bad Dejanay to Robin and Giselle and the real Dejanay. I'm weak, Lauren. Child. Good night, Dejanay. I'm glad she didn't come. I'm glad she didn't come. I really thought they was gonna try to finagle her ass into the reunion. I'm glad that they didn't invite her into play to play kickball. I am because we didn't need Dejanay's old tired ass up there. We don't her or her tired ass fashions or them tired ass frizzled up Miss Frizzle looking ass wigs. I'm so glad they didn't invite her or that boot on her foot. Moving on. I skipped some. Bravo Andy asks Karen, does she think she should have spoke up more when Candace and Wendy made faces at Tacky, talking about Gracie going to FAMU? Wendy says that she did acknowledge Gracie going to FAMU and even brought up whether she's gonna do AKA or not. And Tacky says that never happened. I asked this question on Twitter, and I'm gonna ask y'all: do y'all believe Wendy when she says she did have a conversation to Tacky about Gracie going off the FAMU? And about whether she's going to be a legacy in that with the AKAs and blah, blah, blah. One, why is it up to Karen to constantly pick a side? Why is it constantly Karen's responsibility to speak up for this or speak up for that? Whenever y'all get into it with one another, y'all always want to then turn around and put Karen in the position to either pick this side or that side, or why didn't you speak up for me, or why didn't you say this for me? Like when do any of y'all ever speak up for Karen? When do any of y'all ever really just take it upon yourselves to speak up for Karen, take up for Karen, when Karen's done wrong? Do any of y'all ever go out of y'all way to argue these other women down on Karen's behalf? I'm only asking. Hey, baby daddy, I'm not paying no child support. Yes, the hell you is. Fine. If you don't pay no child support, you ain't getting no puss, nigga. Fine. You ain't got to pay it. I don't need you to pay it. Don't come around here sniffing on puss because you ain't getting it. You better go to them other hoes and sniff up they puss. You don't want to pay? Fine, because I don't need your money, nigga. I work. But don't come around here sniffing on no puss because you ain't getting it. Anyway. But that's how I feel about that. Like, y'all constantly want to put Karen in a position to speak up, speak up, speak up. But when have any of y'all ever came to her defense, her rescue, like came out to pour into her? None of y'all. Y'all never do. I've never understood that about this group. And then here go Tacky. She was speaking about my daughter, and that's your daughter going away to school. They didn't say anything, even if they made a face. So they didn't say anything, so you should let it roll off your back. And and since when has kids ever been off limits? Because Wendy's kids wasn't off limits when Dick 'em down way down to the damn ground. Dixon invited all of y'all cheering to come out to her tad ass back to school field day that was tad delayed and through. Like, so when has children ever been off limits? They haven't. Because y'all would do passive aggressive things to each other to hurt each other and use the children to do it. So, girl, I will say this though. Tacky, use a lie and the truth ain't in you. I do believe that Wendy had that conversation with you, especially asking you and talking about how would you feel about Gracie becoming a legacy, because the both of y'all are AKAs. So I thoroughly believe that there was a conversation had off camera. That is why you throwing, is it on camera? But the camera didn't show it. Yeah, you know the camera didn't show it because it was had off camera. So you bringing that to the forefront means what? Nothing. What's good, really, B? How you doing, sis? Mwah, mwah, mwah. Moving on. Getting back to Candace's reel. So Candace apologized to Dick 'em down for her tweets. I mean, I guess. Dick 'em down says that the colorist rant was unfair and she never had to deal with that, and she starts crying. I already wrapped my hands around you and gathered you up and your tears real good about that. Excuse me, and I'm not going back down that rabbit hole. Girl gone. You and them tears. Like I say, do I believe that Robin, being real, do I, all jokes aside, do I believe that Robin Dixon is a colorist? No, I don't. But because you want to align yourself with a bitch, a fat neck bitch with stovepipe legs that do, that is why you get ragtagged the same way she does. And that is why we wrap our hands around your larynx whenever we decide to wrap our hands around her. You want to be Bopsy twins with her, so you gonna get it with her. That's just that. Moving on. The husbands plus Sleepy G joins the stage. So little Chris gets asked about the women that lied about sleeping with him, and Dick 'em Down brings up the pics. Again, Dick 'em Down, you, your nigga not even up here to discuss about how he was caught washing clothes with the little girl that looked like Karen. So you don't have the right to sit up here on this same stage and ask any husband or try to get any husband to come accountable about this or come accountable about that when Devil Dick can't even show up and be held and be made held accountable for what he did to you and his family. So girl, gone. Moving on. Bravo Andy asked the husbands how they feel about Devil Dick not showing up down to the reunion to support Dick 'em Down. And I was glad that he asked that question. I was glad that he asked that question. I am. I was really glad that he asked that question because I agree. I agree. How do y'all feel? Like Sleepy G, you getting up and down, Potomac, Maryland, DC, Virginia area. Like you catching hell every which way because people do not feel sorry for you. But even you are able to come up here and still sit and have to deal with the questions, deal with the shade, deal with the ridicule. Like, I wasn't mad at BA for asking the husbands that question. Like, and don't get me wrong, I appreciate them not being messy because I do think that they do have like some type of camaraderie with Juan. So they didn't want to answer the question being messy. Fine. But I'm not mad at the question. I'm really not. Chris clocked Andy for his bias. Y'all can bring that up. Y'all can bring that up because that's it. That's all. I ain't got no more. All right, I had to make sure to like end this under the hour mark as much as possible so that I can drop this link and then I will allow y'all to come up here and y'all can give y'all thoughts about this second part. But that's really all I got. I ain't got no more. Um Hold on. All right, there's the link. First come, first serve. Um Whoever comes, you come. And if you don't, that's your business. All right. Hold on. Let me pin it. So y'all can come up here. But in the meantime, in between time, y'all get these likes up. I really need the likes up. Like no tea, no shade. I really do need the likes up because it's 369 of y'all up in here. So I really need the likes. Do 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 do. Hey, do 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 do. Ow, do 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 do. All right, let's see who back him. Child, it's a lot of y'all already. Well, I did say first come, first serve, child. So hold on. Let me see. You and you and you and you. Uh,
Hey everybody.
What
Hey
up?
C.
Hi
Hey,
everyone.
What's up,
hold on. I
fam?
gotta say hey to my sister wife up in here, my sister wives, because she wanted to sit up here and steal our man or whatever. Hey, Feisty.
Catherine,
Hey, T.
hey
Catherine, let's
y'all,
not
what's
fight
T?
today.
What's good, y'all?
What's up?
Chilling,
Hi.
chilling, chilling. Child, so what the hell y'all got to say?
I'm gonna just get mine
I'm
out the
glad
way.
that Chris.
I'm gonna let ladies first. I'm gonna let ladies first. Y'all go ahead.
I'm sorry. My apologies. I sometimes act like a man sometimes, so ignore me. I just gotta say I'm glad that Chris clocked them heifers. I was on it. I was like, yes, Chris. He said when he as soon as he said next question, did you not see everybody face on that damn on that stage? I was hollering. I said he got her ass together. Read that bitch down. But yeah, that's all I
She'll
want to
make that
say
an
on that.
issue. If Candace was coming back, she would have made that an issue next year, next season.
Well, all I got to say is I don't know. I didn't watch the broadcast version. I watched the Peacock version, and on the Peacock version, when they was talking to Giselle about how her and Candace fell out, she said, "I've always," Giselle said, "I've always been a big supporter of her." And like for 2 years. So obviously, once again, I know everybody hated, but they had to break the fourth wall. She's talking about, oh, you talking about season 5 with the whole Monique situation. That's when Candace said, because that's like I said, I didn't watch the broadcast version, so y'all can help me out if she did. But that's when Candace said, yeah, she did support me, but I don't think it was genuine. Y'all know what that means, right?
Exactly, because they were not friends like that until the attack happened with Monique. So she's such a
It
liar. I
wasn't
remember
genuine.
it wasn't at all. It was just that she disliked Monique more than she disliked Candice because she has 3 more houses than she has.
But that's my whole point is she finally woke up. It took her long. It took her 2 years too late, but she finally woke up to realize she's been a pawn this whole time. That's what all I've been trying to say. She's been a
You
I
pawn
know,
this
been
whole
said
time.
that too, though. CCF freak, baby. I said
I
that
agree.
from the moment that Monique then almost sniped her wig off her damn head. I've been saying that since then. Heifer, you was just a pawn, and they did not
Mm-hmm.
fool with you like that. Scotty said it, and Tia said it.
Yep.
Called big face, stupid, doodle dumb, all that shit from season 3 all the way till now. I mean season 5 all the way till now. So yeah, I've been
you
saying
Yep.
know
that
what it
shit the
is.
longest.
I think
You know what it is, though,
that Candice
guys.
should have just used Giselle and Robert for the purpose of Monique, and then let them handle themselves at the reunion. I don't know what she defended Giselle so much when Monique was dragging her, because even though I don't like Monique, I was here for it. Honestly,
I
You know
was
what it is,
too.
though, guys. When it comes to Robin, we've heard several of these ladies say that separate from Giselle and off camera,
She's a likable.
Robin is a totally different person. And I do believe that Robin has tried to create, I think she has an ulterior motive, but I think Robin has tried to foster relationships with these ladies off camera. Wendy said it before they got into it. Even Karen said when the issues with raised taxes first came up, the first person she called in the friend group was Robin, and Robin sat on the phone with her for hours trying to
Yep.
calm
Y'all.
her down. And when the cameras came back on, that's when she was dragging her with Giselle about it. Robin is just sneaky like that.
So let me tell you, to piggyback off of you, the day
I,
after the fight, Robin and Monique were at the same event and took pictures with each other. But then the following day was when they had that big meeting about we gonna kick her off the island, and she jumped right on that bandwagon. My thing is, if we off camera, I don't really want to be associated with you, regardless of what goes on. But she want to be fake about it, like you said, strategic, and now it's
Mm-hmm.
blowing up in her face with the foolishness. Speaking of that, I also did not like. I was like, Robin, you just need to sit down and be quiet because when Chris was on that stage, and they was asking about the so called crazy female, and she was like, "Oh, so the penis pictures was Photoshop." I was like, "No, this." I was like, "Girl, shut
you
up."
know,
And he was
she
like,
should worry about one instead
that
of
wasn't
minding
funny.
Candice's business. Where is her husband right now?
Right.
Nowhere.
That's what I was
Exactly.
getting ready
That
to
part.
ask. Where is your damn marriage Photoshop? That
Right.
marriage license Photoshop? Bitch, where is
Oh,
your man? Where the
and the
fuck
nah.
is
thing is,
Juan?
the
Dick him
Juan,
down, way to the ground.
Juan wasn't even there. That's the
her
thing.
whole life is a
Juan was
shade
with his
tree.
other woman. Y'all know this.
Yeah.
And
Just
Mia
like
And
had
he
that's
was
He
on
was
why
the
with
stage
Candice
with
Maya.
should
her
have
damn woman.
dragged
So there we
her. I
go.
don't know why Candice stays silent when she said all of that. If I was Candice, I would remind her that we still don't know what Ron did at that hotel. She needs to stop playing.
I agree.
Sorry.
Mia had her husband and her side man there.
Oh,
And
Right.
not
Right.
She
only
had
that,
all
Damn
the
dear.
support. I'm trying to get like Mia.
Chris was
Thank
But
on
it
She
here
you.
had her
just
before.
hoes in order.
But it just goes down to y'all. Like, it really is frustrating for me. And I honestly, I get why people quit watching the show. And I'm thinking about quitting too. I feel like we get gaslit because it's obvious favoritism.
It
It's an
is.
obvious favoritism, and production let it ride. Like, there's
Yeah.
no reason why she should have been able to speak up that much when it came to the other marriages. But during her segment, she's so quiet, she has nothing to say. It's ridiculous. And
Right.
they
She's
get
just
paid too
quiet as a
well for
church
that.
right.
mouse.
They
And
get paid
I would
entirely
say
too
it's more
well.
than production letting it ride. I think production is actively a part of this. And I've been saying that since
Exactly.
season 5 when all this crap went down with Monique. Because
yeah,
yes, Monique was wrong with putting her hands on him. But if you think about it in real time, and I hate to just go back and like this, somebody from production ran and told her that, hey, Robin and them are talking about your baby. And we don't think about the backstage producers and assistants who helped fuel this mess, who set up the scenes, who called people there. I feel like Eric and them, they knew that Candace and Wendy, bring it back, said something nice about Grace, asked about the sorority and stuff, and they talking about, yeah, we don't have footage of that. Why would they both lie?
Right. My point. Because
And
production
then
ain't ish. That was Eric. I'm glad he fired now. Eric, you gotta go get stepping. Peace out,
Yeah.
deuces, all that good
Yeah.
stuff. Because you wanted to
but
make
you
them brown skinned women look bad. I'm
It
so
is
sick of
color.
them.
they
I don't even
did.
like
They
Candace
really
that
like
did.
that.
that
Because
whole
y'all think about it. Think about it. They played that clip of Candace's interview with House of Aaron over and over and over again throughout the season and during the reunion. But every time Candace or Wendy or anybody else made a reference to something Giselle or Robin said in the past, they did not show those clips. They didn't have those clips ready, nor did they add them in when they edited the reunion footage.
How
They intentionally
convenient.
make them look bad.
How
Yeah.
convenient. And did y'all hear when Chris shut it all down? Andy ain't had nothing to say. When
Yeah.
He
Chris
didn't.
asked, when Chris asked, how come Candace is held to the fire but nobody else is? He just went on to the next subject, did he
It's
not?
color.
Baby,
My
I
Right.
was
my
like,
He
Yeah.
point.
sure did.
it's a shame that in 2024, a white man understands colorism and the accountability and the difference
Better
in
than our own
treatment and can
culture.
see
No,
it
no, they
than
choosing not to
Andy
understand.
can.
Because it's
Speaking
Understand?
of,
easier to
And
see from
Like
outside than from
Wendy
inside.
said,
The
they don't have
reason
the
why
range.
Giselle and Robert don't see colorism is because they affect others and not themselves. That's the only
speak,
reason.
speaking of
they like,
colorism,
but
since you
I
brought
think
it up,
CCF Freak said they choosing not to understand it, and
They
that's the
choosing not to
problem.
understand.
yeah, they being
Yep.
They
obtuse. But speaking, since you brought up colorism, I got a fun fact for y'all. The article, the newspaper article in which Giselle Bryant's father, may he rest in peace, called Barbara Jordan a bunch of colorist names, including saying that she was an Aunt Jemima, is in
Oh,
display in the National History Museum of
for real?
African American
It
History.
sure
Wait a
is.
minute.
it
Wait
is.
a
Damn.
minute. Yes,
Damn.
it's
It's in the
Yeah, that's
paper,
why we was
true.
talking
baby.
shit about him in the
It is
chat too
true.
that one
It's
time.
Girl,
there's a
What?
Tacky Daddy. Now you got to
Yes,
be
may he rest in
answer for
See,
peace.
that,
it's
I
all
friend,
don't
because
coming
we
know
got
together,
some
that
just
man
like
problems.
she
dying,
said.
honestly.
Let's be clear though. Let's be clear. There's a
What?
display in the National Museum of African American History, a display dedicated to Barbara Jordan. They have a clip of that article where
Yep.
he called her an Aunt Jemima on display
What?
there.
He
Shout out to
did, and me
Barbara
and Too
Jordan.
Feisty was having a good
Yes,
old
So that's
it
why
conversation
is.
they
about
saying
that.
rest in misery.
And don't
Not
feel
even rest in misery.
sorry,
Misery don't
but
deserve
I
that.
do
May he
not
rest in
care about
shit.
colorists passing away. I don't care about colorists passing away. Funny cause
It's
No,
I
documented,
don't care.
Terrence.
That's
It's
not my
exactly.
problem.
documented.
The thing is, they claim not to be colorists. They claim this, but just like Chris said, when Candace says anything or even likes a tweet, she got to be responsible for that. But Giselle don't got to
Mm-hmm.
be responsible for saying, "Oh, I used the wrong
Mm-hmm.
word," or always saying the wrong thing. No,
Mm-hmm.
it's favoritism or colorism, or both.
It's
Yeah.
Both.
documented.
And
It's a
can
combination
I?
of both because even from season one, like when they brought up Katie, it
Katie.
was a
Yeah.
difference
That.
in how
It was.
Robin and what you call it was treated. Baby Katie came with intelligence. I think they weren't expecting her to put up the fight and be as knowledgeable because she acknowledged, yeah, I'm biracial, but I understand the difference. I hang out with both sides of my family. Don't get this twisted.
But it went even deeper though, and this is why I really get annoyed with the. So you can always tell the people who watched from the very beginning and watched all the seasons, and the people who just
Hmm.
started during season 5, because they
Yeah,
not only were trying to make Katie choose a side. Understand that it started at a ceremony, a religious ceremony in
Yeah,
which those children
Yep.
were
yeah.
getting their Jewish names, and you tried
They
to
made
make
it about
that
black men.
woman put her children in a box, and she was like, Katie got them together. You always talk about your dad who's a civil rights activist. My mother grew up in the Jim Crow South too. I know all about racism. Don't try to tell me that I'm unable to speak on this topic. You're not perfect. Giselle and Robin brought the topic of race and was policing her
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and Ashley's blackness on this
Mm-hmm.
show.
All
They
season
brought the
Mm-hmm.
one.
topic of
Mm-hmm.
race to this show,
but it's
not
based
I
on their
think
Candace.
that they feel
insecurities. They
Yeah,
don't
uncomfortable
feel
with
season
starting
comfortable
this
watchers.
one of
being
the
compared to
violent
white
kindness
women. That's
because
all it is.
it reminds them of how mixed they are and their
Hmm.
place in the society. I think that's what it is. They
Yeah,
didn't like that Katie was comfortable with being both black and white Jewish
right.
because they are not comfortable with what they are themselves. My opinion.
And she had
No,
to school them on the fact that there are plenty of black people who are Jewish. This is not a monolith amongst people who are not black.
Lenny
There's a
Kravitz,
number
for
of people
example.
who of all different shades that are Jewish because it's a religion, it's not a race.
Absolutely. It's a fine line between understanding difference between ethnicity, which is not just race. It can be culturally. You can have ethnicities based on your culture and stuff. And like Wendy said, truly, these women don't have the depth to have this discussion.
right. They
So
They
don't.
y'all
don't.
agree with
Baby, she told
Wendy.
no lies.
Yes.
So y'all
Well,
agreed with Wendy when she said that.
they
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
don't.
did. Shit.
You
I
have to.
did.
Because honestly though, if you can't even, like, for specifically for Robin, you were so uncomfortable with having the conversation and
Yeah,
even having to be accountable for what may be an unknown bias, because we all have unknown biases in us, we're human. If you're uncomfortable with just sitting down and discussing it, what do you think it feels to experience colorism?
Exactly. And I will do you one better. If the bullet wasn't for you, why you acting like you got shot? That
You
That's
see,
what I
Cameron,
comment
was
shut
also
up.
saying in
was
the
It's
comment.
pointed at
This
Giselle.
literally.
this is
So
what I was
why
saying in
are
the
you
comments.
hurting after this if it's not true? You
This
could
is
have
It
called
gotta
She
Chris
be.
Mass a
She's
colorist. He wouldn't have took no
59%
shade. He
white.
wouldn't have took nothing to it
Wait,
because
wait,
that's
wait.
not what he's shown.
And
Exactly.
Robin said that she said when they said that she was white adjacent, that bullet was not meant for Robin. That bullet was meant for Giselle. So Candace messaged her said, "Are you mad at me?" No response. The whole wine thing happened. Sorry, this is going on. No response. The only time she got mad is when the whole Patreon thing happened. And then she goes this whole season. She's trying to get an understanding of why you not talking to me. Why are you so mad with me? When a whole conversation could have killed all this mess. But because
My
she want,
point.
like everybody said, because she want to be lumped with Giselle, she got to take the bullets with Giselle. She took that
No,
bullet.
it's
and
That's
deeper
because
she
than
that's
that.
do
her
Like
that.
baby click and pal. We just
both
gonna be
I
honest.
agree.
Giselle and
She
Robin
always
are
does that.
secure. They
But that's
insecure about
mainly,
looking
but
like
that's
white
mainly
women
her
in their
problem.
proximity to whiteness. That's all it is. They probably were teased about it or something. That's
She
what
Oh
I think it
well,
always
comes
get
does
to.
over
that
it.
though. She
Get
did that
over
last year
it.
with the
I was
speaker.
teased about my blackness. So the hell
And
what?
Right.
let's remember how they admitted themselves in season one reunion to Katie that they could pass as white but choose not to. So I don't know why they are so mad at Candice for calling them close to whiteness and using their appearance to do the kind of allegation they try to do on the show.
And I got another question for y'all. This is for everybody in this chat.
Yes.
Terrence alluded to it earlier, and I put it in the chat earlier, but I felt some kind of way when Giselle was talking about her dad passing and Candace was crying, but they failed to mention everybody was crying about Giselle's father's passing, but it was a problem when Candace was doing it. Why
But
wasn't it?
Scotty
notice
brought
the
that up too
camera
last night.
focused on camera. Notice the camera focused in on Candace and omitted everybody else wiping their eyes,
Yep.
passing tissue down to each other.
I
Yeah,
Yep,
didn't
Because
and
like that.
Scotty brought that
we
up.
all
Scotty
got
brought that up
parents.
last night.
Right.
And
We
We
he
all
all
did.
She
got
So
wanted the
parents.
problem
yeah.
with Candice, that's it.
It's not
She
my
just
fault that
wanted to
Giselle
make a
not
problem.
human. Like Candace may not like
mind
you,
you,
but
she
she's a
probably
human
met that
being.
man.
Exactly. That's what I
exactly.
said.
If
Like I
anything,
may
it
not
just
like your
shows
ass,
the
but if
emotional
I see that you're
intelligence.
going through something and your family member that you was very close to just passed away, I'ma shed a few tears for you. I'm be like, R.I.P. You know, I'm sorry for your loss,
Right.
and that's it. That's it. Move on. Now, if
And,
that bitch passed away though, I wouldn't give a fuck. But
Come on now. And it was
but and the,
breast
and the
cancer.
thing,
What
Me
you
and
want
I
her to be laughing?
But
Well,
that's what I'm
right.
sorry,
saying.
but
Like,
Giselle looks like looks like how is her what is her name? Charlie Sheen's ex-wife. I don't remember the name. Denise Richard. I think it's her.
Dejanay?
I,
No,
No, these and that.
Giselle,
Yeah,
because
Dejanay.
Tiny said that Giselle could not pass as white, but she looks like Denise Richard, and she looks like another Italian Norwegian actress that I know of.
not
Like
Denise Richards.
she
Oh,
doesn't
you
she
talk
doesn't
about
look black
this
to me.
comment right here.
Yes, she could,
uh,
and if she stops
maybe it's
tanning,
Well,
just
you know she
because
give
that
me
she
I'm
Rachel
keeps
from the
Dolezal
her
South.
eyes
tease, but you know.
Girl,
maybe
Right.
skin color,
Robin
she
is
could
white.
pass
I
as
don't give
white.
not one flying for nothing what people
Robin
say. That
literally
lady is
Rob
white.
Robin literally tested her DNA, and I think she was like 70-something% Caucasian. Like
Mhm.
she's
That's why I
barely
said
got
what I
African
said.
ancestry.
I
It
just
was
didn't like the
59.
narrative that for some reason, like I know we not try not to touch this colorism thing, but I just didn't like the narrative of how they keep pushing Robin, Wendy and Candace as these victims. Cause I feel like everything that Wendy said was like, yeah, I asked you about all this stuff, but just because it wasn't on camera, of course, Giselle's gonna automatically push that didn't
Right.
happen.
Hold
I
on.
Just
don't like
like
that.
Let me ask this. T, how many people in the chat?
339,
How many likes is in there?
right.
290.
Y'all better get
Y'all
these
Get
like
it
that
up.
goddamn
video
likes to
up now.
Up, get them
315.
up, get them up.
Get these likes to 315. I told y'all last time when I was on this panel, I would have y'all windmill in the air and sliding down the shower wall. Get these goddamn likes up before I start cussing folks out. I'm gonna be simply Sakina today and start threatening y'all. Get these likes up. Get them
Pass
up.
that collection plate,
Blue.
aka get these likes up.
I have one more thing to say. Because I heard Terrence. Shout out to Terrence, man. You said that you didn't believe that Robin was colorist. I just want to ask anybody if they ever seen those old Lipstick Alley posts that she made about Gabrielle Union.
I did not. What
Oh
lipstick
wait.
alley
What?
post
What
that she
post?
made about Gabrielle?
Send
So
the
back
link.
in the day, not Robin, Juan was messing around with Gabrielle Union. This is before
Who?
I did hear about this.
Dwayne And Robin was
Double dip.
windmilling for her life about him and on Lipstick Alley back in the day, and was like, oh, she's not his type, and was making all these comments about her skin tone. And the other post was on Lipstick Alley, and they
Yes, I
resurfaced
remember
around
that.
season 2 of Potomac.
Oh
Ooh,
my god.
ooh.
I had no idea. Now I gotta look it up. I had
But
no
and
idea.
didn't
Hold
but
on,
didn't
Dick
Giselle
Down.
and
Dang. All
Robin
for
make
y'all to
fun
go
of that
bankrupt.
football player on their podcast talking about his
Allegedly,
Robin is
let's
just
just
the
say
biggest
watermelons
allegedly.
and his
she has
beard
got
and
to be the
everything?
biggest disappointment
By the
I've seen on
watermelon and
reality
fried
TV.
chicken
Chicken and
I
all
bet
that.
and
Gabby
James
wouldn't
Harden's
have
And
beard.
lost
can I
enough
say something
money.
about like
Yes,
can I go back to
I'm
like
Well,
Chris
absolutely.
let's
Samuels?
just call it what it is. Robin ain't no colorist. She ain't no colorist. That bitch is a racist because we all know that the bitch is white. She ain't no colorist. She racist. And she the only reason why she close to Giselle because she thinks Giselle could pass for white. I don't know why because that bitch about one shade
I
lighter
feel
than me.
like
But yeah.
no, I feel like they feel safer together. They don't feel black alone. They feel black together. They feel stronger together. They ain't going. Giselle's not gonna be safe next season.
And the crazy part is Ashley called that out season 1 too, though.
She
She said
did.
because they dyed
Yes,
their
and I
hair
remember when they moved
because
their hair
Giselle
too.
made fun of
When
Ashley's
Mhm.
curly afro thing that she
Yep.
had
Mhm,
going on.
Yep.
And it's
It's
exactly.
Yep.
like
But
weird
look at
because
them. They still friends or whatever because I
and,
guess Ashley's closer to their skin
and
tone or
that's what
whatever.
blows my mind with
so. Do
most of the
y'all
cast is
think?
because they've experienced firsthand Giselle's meanness and mean girlness, and they're still
Right.
acting like she's never done this before. It's like they're oblivious to it, and it's
And
like,
y'all acting
why?
like
I,
y'all haven't
I
seen this show, like none of these shows. Y'all remember when Nene Choke came out talking about,
yep,
oh,
sure
was it on
did.
camera? Was it on
But was it
camera?
on
Y'all know how
camera?
this go.
Remember,
Y'all
Yep.
know
remember,
how.
Portia did the same thing when she got Jamie.
But see, they actually got Jamie on camera. I mean, Portia on camera getting Jamie. Production ain't never showed Nene choking
They
the
got her
hell out of
running
him.
after her.
But
Right,
They
and
they
got her
I
got her
running
and I
doing
after
feel
her.
that,
like
running down her in the alley.
Do that thing, and then she acts like she's obvious, just like she acted obvious when Wendy spoke about her mother being in the hospital and her calling her evil. But I didn't know. But I didn't know. It doesn't matter. You still call that woman evil while she was on the hospital, and then you pretend that you don't go to the parents and you are mad about Wendy not worrying
But
about
see,
your probably daddy's dying. I don't care.
Say it
her
loud
I
for
will
her
not
her
Green
her
Eye
forgive
what
her.
Bandit in
happened
the
to her
back.
kids is a problem for me because we all know she was the main culprit of pushing this Chris Samuels narrative about
That's what
Estelle.
I'm saying.
But
My
can I say
point.
You
this?
can't. Mhm.
Can I jump in right here? Because let me tell y'all, I one of the things that I hate is like how they when this comes to this show, they start in the middle, and it's very important to note that the whole reason why that happened, production set Wendy up for that. The whole reason why that happened was because when Mia told Candace and Wendy that Giselle's dad was in the hospital, Candace literally said, "I sympathize with them and my heart goes out to them, but I'm going to pray for them for a distance." And Mia was like, "Well,
Sure
why?
did.
Why wouldn't you just go and call her and reach out to her?" And that is when Wendy said, "Well, when my mom was in the hospital, ain't nobody called me. Y'all was actually picking on my mama. We,
Yep.
we
Hmm.
can't we can't start in the middle." They literally were both saying, "Wow, we feel bad for her and her family. We just ain't about to go out our way to
Hmm.
tell her this when she won't even acknowledge us when we come in the room."
My
And to
point.
piggyback off of
My
that,
Absolutely.
point.
that's exactly why when Mia got the nerve to be like, why like everybody called when I was going through my issues, but y'all didn't. And I'm like, you assaulted this woman and then act like nothing happened. Why would she go out her way to call you?
And then even after that,
Hmm.
Mia went on this whole campaign on social media talking about how Wendy had this romantic relationship with Peter.
You sure
Like
did.
yep,
I
that
was
lie.
very, very confused. And then also,
That's
Mia,
true.
you're the mistress. Who calls a mistress in a divorce? Like it Mia, I don't believe anything that comes out of Mia's mouth. I
But
The
she
think
got
that
it
thing
because she
is,
lost it.
though,
I
the
think
thing
that
is,
her
She's not
and
Wendy
even
was trying to
Jordan
entertaining.
push.
She
I
likes
think that
The
too
her
much.
thing
and
is,
Jordan are making up this whole thing. I think they are
Exactly.
definitely getting a divorce, but this whole storyline seems very contrived. It came out the literal blue. This
I
yeah.
Why is
random
he moving
dude,
across the
like
street?
yeah, exactly.
Right.
Like their whole story doesn't make any sense to me.
But
My
like I
thing,
said in the
Y'all,
comments
look,
too,
they in an open marriage. We all knew this
That's
shit.
what
They
it
marriage
is.
been open. She been fucking on Jacqueline. She been fucking on Ink. I'm gonna say
Because
what the
why
hell
is
I
Mia
said.
fucking
And
on
why was
busted
she
on
mad at
Matoma?
Wendy when she called it out?
and
y'all,
and
they
and
They
wasted
all knew she had the same arrangement Karen had and
She,
but
they
Ray.
she
she
It
was
was
wasted
mad at
no
like
Wendy
I
way
said in
because
the
she
comments
spoke
she
the
earlier,
leaving
truth.
messing up.
she claims she got an
But
inheritance, but yet when we first met you, you having this struggle with your mama and y'all was poor and everything, and you living with
Right.
Jacqueline and all this other stuff.
Right.
So
We
get your story straight.
we all know Mia lied more than Halle Berry up in traffic court. I'm sorry, not Mia.
oh,
Jigsaw from the movie Saw lied more than Halle Berry up in traffic court. We know that heifer lie. I'm not believing anything that she's saying. I ain't believing anything what Sleepy G is
I
saying.
believe
I'm
that
not believing
small
nothing
ass
that the damn
apartment.
DJ is saying.
But
Nothing.
this is my thing about Mia though, y'all. Mia already showed y'all how she get down. Like Mia always pulls a stunt right after they stop
Right.
filming, before the season airs, just to secure her next season champagne flute. And then once they start filming again, she barely talks about what's going on.
Oh,
She
you're not
did
gonna
that
hear
her
from her until we about to film again.
she
Right.
did that. She did
No,
that the
she
first
this next
season with the
season about to
cancer
be about
scare.
her.
She did that the first season with the cancer scare. The second season, in between the season, that's when her and Gordon had all the financial issues right before the reunion was filmed. She do that right, and this time, and then when the season airs, excuse me, when the season films, they barely talk about the big scandal. They barely spoke about Gordon's financial issues and getting kicked out their business this season. They talked about it a little bit, but not enough to go in depth. This season, they all are getting ready to play like they one big happy co-parenting family, and
Bullshit.
she getting ready to introduce this man that's clearly using her to get on this show. That man is using her. She about to get played like a
Because the
fiddle.
thing is, he a radio person. He from Ohio. I don't know how. So he moved to where she was living at by high
He in
school.
Georgia. He is in Atlanta, Georgia.
Like,
He is not in no damn Potomac. He in
He
Georgia.
probably
Where he,
no,
syndicated
that's
in
he
Ohio.
was
That's he
born in
probably
Ohio.
syndicated in Ohio.
yeah, he's
Y'all,
syndicated in
it is
Ohio.
clear as that he's getting ready to join, like he's trying to get on the show, because everybody knows, right? If you're filming, you can't be on the phone. After the first episode, right before the episode ended, did y'all notice when she said, "Oh, he kept trying to FaceTime me while we were filming. I thought something was wrong, and he didn't want nothing. He was just calling to say hi." I think he was doing that to
Uh-uh.
see if she could answer the phone while she was in front of Andy and them, because y'all know usually when one of the men to call, Andy would get on the phone and say hey and speak to him, and they'll show him on the show.
Right.
He's trying to get on the show,
Because
and
why
I
was
really
he
Agreed.
at
believe,
the Watch What Happens?
Did you see how
believe.
did you see how Robin tried well one, I think Mia, I don't know if it's gonna be next season or the season after that, she's gonna get her wake up call regarding Robin and what is her name? Giselle. Those women do not like Mia from
They don't like
last
nobody outside
season
They
of
don't like
from
Giselle.
nobody but
last
themselves. That's why
season
they licking
when
each
For real.
other pussy.
from
I
last
The
think
thing
they
season
is,
put
when
if
Mia
you
on the
have no
same
Giselle
use
went
to
up
standard
to
that
them,
they put
Mia.
Ashley.
From
if
last
you
season
have no
when
use to them, they'll throw you to the wayside quickly.
no, yeah. From last season when Giselle went up to Mia and was the whole, oh, is this what cancer, no cancer looks like? And then to tonight or to yesterday night when Robin was trying to put her on blast for like low key living in I think like Texas or Georgia or something. I was
Hmm.
like, oh, like that was so unnecessary. Really trying to put her on blast. Robin,
My thing is,
people like to say that Robin is just under Giselle's coattail. No, Robin's a nasty woman too.
oh, she definitely is. But my thing
She
is this:
is.
if she really is fired, which I hope she is, I don't like to talk about nobody's job, but she need to go. She's wasting all
Nah, she
airtime with this
need to
show.
be.
I think if she is gone, I believe NECA is going to skip into that spot if she still got a contract, because we
Nigga,
pretty much forgot
no
about
nigga
her
ain't
in
got
this
no damn
reunion.
contract. Her storyline was Wendy,
Lord,
and Wendy
please
might be
let
leaving
that
too.
girl go.
No, don't do that
People
to
say
her.
Okay,
that
But
they are
okay.
coming
and
back.
y'all,
He's
we
Nobody.
coming back.
we already
Cause
know
Wendy
that
Catholic
can't
is
have it both.
coming back next
Wendy was
we
year.
talking
already
about
know
some.
that
Let me
Shrine
be
Gate is
friends
going to
with
be a
Mia.
major part
I
of
don't
the
want to be
next
friends with
episode.
Necca. Let me be friends with Mia. So if Wendy is not gonna be friends
She's
with
back.
either of them,
People say that she's
no.
back, unfortunately.
Gross.
That's what I heard. I heard Wendy might be gone, but I
But
hope
yeah,
that's wrong.
I
but
have a
Ugh.
back to hold
question.
on.
You
But
No,
mean to
they're
back to
not.
tell me we
wait,
got
wait, wait,
Nick
wait.
and we couldn't keep Kiana or Wendy? Because I'm sorry, Kiana was
That's what I'm
giving
saying.
young, fabulous,
They need to give
wealthy, up
Kiana a
and
flute.
coming professional, and we couldn't
Exactly.
keep her because of Ashley.
I
That's
But
have a
back,
BS.
question.
but back to ink.
Terrence,
But back to
Yeah.
ink, because Ray all day pointed this out. He got his audition tape on Carlos King doing that damn live interview. So we already know he using Mia. We're gonna go on to the next subject. Kiana needs to be on this show. Mia needs to get fired. Ashley, I love you, but you got to go to Heifer
Karen,
with your big ass forehead.
Catherine, how you just
Terrence,
gonna dismiss everybody to my going to the next subject?
Right,
my bad.
Well, she done with the subject. There you
No,
go.
right,
I
right.
was gonna say, Terrence, is it okay if I name drop really quick on here? Another content
Yeah, go
creator.
ahead.
Okay, so y'all know the Brooke Ashley. Y'all know
Oh
she
yeah.
gets the inside scoop. She said that one of the people behind the scenes told her that NECA begged production to give her a second season. She wanted a redemption season, so that she is coming back. That's the behind the scenes tea. But
But you
I
know
think
she
after
She
watching
already.
last night, she thinks
Brooke
she getting ready to get
be
a redemption. I think they about to let her come back on because they want to exploit Did y'all see how she was talking to her husband last night?
Oh my God!
Yeah,
Girl,
I
Like they
did.
they
Yes.
they showed
I
that for a
did.
reason, right?
Oh, they bringing her back for that. She thinks she coming back to try to win over the fans. Nah, you about to come back so they can ride that marriage.
Girl, you keep treating Ike like that if you want to. Never mind.
So
I
y'all,
Now,
let's go
Right.
now it
Don't
makes
say
ahead,
that.
sense.
Don't say
prepare.
that.
Now
Let's
it
go
makes sense
ahead.
why Ike ain't never home though, because y'all know he's supposed to be like a traveling doctor. Like, now it makes
I
sense
was
why he ain't
traveling to
never
get the fuck
home.
away from her ass too. Hell.
But let's go ahead and get
And
prepared because
as a
we
fellow
say we
African, I have
tired
to
of.
say that Nneka should be ashamed of herself for bringing witchcraft on a show full of
What?
non-Nigerian women trying
I
to
blame
blast Wendy.
Ashley and the
That's
But
producers.
this is
ridiculous.
my thing.
That thing that
This is
she
my
But
don't
thing.
she
say
I
That's
don't
played
care
that's
into
what
it. Like I ain't gonna sit
like
up here
Terrence
and
say. I don't
discuss
care
that.
what Mammy Shrine did. Why are
I
you
do.
taking it out
I
all
do.
on
And you
Wendy?
calling her Mammy Shrine means she did
Exactly.
it.
By Nneka's
But that's
own
my thing. Have
story,
your issue with
by
your issue is with her, not Wendy. Why is Wendy got to
Right.
Right.
be
exactly
all that?
by
No,
Wendy
Nneka's
because
can't
own
control her
so
mama,
story,
Wendy's
just
whole
like her
thing.
mama can't control her. Nobody
by
could
Nneka's
control
own
Dorothy
story,
raggedy ass
Wendy
when she
didn't do
boxed
Can't
anything
Candace
to
but
trigger
upside the
can't
head
her.
with
anybody
that
control
purse.
And
Mama
that's so
Joyce? Can't nobody
Even
control
exactly.
Mama
when
Joyce?
even
That's
when
She
the
did
Wendy
thing.
that.
asked when
Wendy
Wendy
can't
asked
control
Nneka
her mother. Let's
directly,
be real.
"What did I do to
If
you?"
Nneka was
Nneka
real
could
about
not
it, she
say
should have.
anything that Wendy did to
She
her.
never fixed it.
What?
Exactly.
And
Because
she can't.
Wendy
NECA
did nothing
apologized to Wendy, but
directly
If
to
Wendy's
her.
Nneka
issue
was a
now
real
Wendy
is
one, she
came
should
on
have
here with a
taken Wendy
storyline
aside
and some
and have a
BS.
private
but now
conversation.
well how come
But
That's
y'all
y'all
because
are
she
over
should have
talking.
taken one
Right.
character.
Y'all are over
One at a time.
talking.
One at a time. Because I can't
Yeah.
hear nobody.
Go ahead. All right. Well, I'll
it
say
seems
it.
like
Yeah. But
Wendy's issue right now is
Oh,
go ahead.
I'm letting
it
you
seems like
also.
Wendy's issue right now is ain't nobody she don't want to be associated with anybody who was talking about her mom. That's why she ain't messing with Giselle. That's why she ain't messing with NECA. But is it like, you know, is it I ain't mess with you or I ain't mess with your mom? It's one and the same to me, you know?
No.
Nneka to me
No.
doesn't make any sense because one, her
Well,
story is third person. She wasn't
Exactly.
by
thank
her
you.
according to her story, Wendy's mom didn't call NECA directly. NECA is relaying a story that her cousin-in-law, first of all, cousin-in-law, please be so for real. That sounds crazy. She's
Lebe looked like a
relaying
liar to me. Just what she
She's
looked like a
relaying
hater.
a
When I saw
story
her on
from
that
what she
episode,
heard from her cousin-in-law, who she just met, like what, maybe 3, 4 years ago. And then her cousin-in-law Lebe had a falling out with Wendy's sister. So what makes you think she would be gun-ho to come and bring back good news to you? Of course, it's going to be drama and mess. And then with the aggression and the vitriol that she has towards Wendy, that woman is insane. Wendy did
the
nothing
first episode,
directly
she was
to
cool
her.
with her.
So her going back and forth, she just looks crazy.
Wait.
And
CCF Freak, you right
so
about
did
that
the
because
mom
she
do
was
it or
cool with
not?
her.
She was cool with her. They, like, remember they was at Ashley's homecoming. She said, I got good energy from you. I got good
She
energy
did.
from you. I got good
Hmm.
energy from you. And she didn't point out Giselle and Robin and all that. She kept it moving. But as soon as we get to this little pickleball thing, that's when, and before that, Rob, this is where NECA messed up. She should have never discussed Wendy with somebody that don't like her. It's almost like it was
Mm.
strategic. That's why I never
Thank
saw
Yeah,
it
you.
from NECA.
that's yeah.
Was. You
It
My
know
thing
was
is,
that
if you
these
have
strategic.
an
It
girls
wasn't
issue,
no
you should have
almost.
Especially
It was.
Ashley out of all
you should
people.
have
Yeah,
y'all know
I
called
think
they have
Wendy
their
and had a
meeting
discussion
at the
on
beginning
camera.
of every
yeah,
season to pick their
I
target.
do
yes,
agree with
instead
that.
of
Pick who
having the one.
marriage they finna mess up. And
Yeah.
then they got NECA on the game because NECA was sounding a little too nice. It's
That
like,
do
okay,
sound
here's,
about right.
here's who we like, here's who we don't. We don't care for Candace and her husband. He allegedly hit on Giselle. We're gonna keep pushing that button. We don't like
And
Wendy. Wendy
you
called
saw
her.
Because if
how
she already had
Out.
family
We're
beef, she
gonna
already
keep
heard from
pushing
the
that.
grapevine that Wendy's mom didn't like that she was getting on the show. She probably came on the show like, "So what's up?"
hmm
You know,
I
and you
think
saw
So
how
why
Lebe.
you
Kiana
think
I
also
Rob
but
think
she
checked
should
her
have
when
about
they
stood
was
on
in the
that.
Dominican
Actually, I
Republic.
don't
She
agree
should have
because
stood on that.
Wait.
she
One at
was
a
not
time. One at
on
a
what.
time.
Yes, I was saying that she wasn't on WhatsApp mode because when she comes on the show, she was very polite to Wendy, and instead of having that one-on-one scene with Robert, she should have had it with Wendy to begin with.
Exactly.
period.
And
Sorry.
my thing is
I
this:
think
when Kiana checked her about it, she was like, "I mean, like this is what she feels, and this is how she feels." And then she was like, you not in this." So I was like, "See, Kiana,
yeah.
yeah, like
Kiana should have said, "Hey, baby, you weren't in it over here fighting on a cousin-in-law from the third side of the
exactly."
moon."
Yeah. I think
Exactly.
that's what it was, though. I think honestly, I think NECA never really had anything to do with it. I think Lebe wanted to get on this show, and I think she
Yep.
was
That's
trying
what
to
I think
use
That
them.
too.
yep.
I think she was trying to use them to get on the show, and Wendy was like,
Yep.
"Nah, you ain't about to ride my coattails." And I think her and her sister, Lebe and Wendy's sister, had a falling out about that because when Wendy was showing, see, Wendy just explained that situation wrong. When Wendy was showing those text messages, I think that is what Wendy was trying to prove. Because why are you going
Oh.
to my surgeon trying to get discount on surgery and stuff?
Ooh.
Without my permission. Like she was doing a
To
bunch
look
of
like
stuff
us.
using Wendy's name. Yeah. She
To
was
Yeah.
trying
look
to get
like
on the
Wendy.
show. And then when
Well,
she realized that NECA was in talks to get on the show, that is when she started riding NECA's coattails.
Oh.
And then that is when she done carried that bone back and forth, starting a beef between them two. But again, just in terms of being responsible, even if NECA came on beefing with Wendy, once we started talking about mamas and shrines, that is when it went too far.
Yep.
and not only that, I just feel like, well, I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all know. Go ahead and buckle y'all safety belts because as much as we tired of Candace and Robin going at it, that we
Right.
already know that Shrine Gate is coming on part 3, and that's probably going to
Yep.
be a big part, and it's going to get on our nerves. So I
Oh,
just
baby,
want to
we
go
knew
ahead.
And
that was coming when Nick
We
was
knew
like,
yeah,
that was gonna be the
I
last
need to
part.
speak. I need to have
but
my moment. The
What
girl
else
was
did they
ready
have
to
to
say,
talk
I need to have
about?
my moment.
Y'all funny.
and like the thing for me, like if anybody watched this reunion and not see that Giselle is not the problem, then I don't know what to tell you because the fact that when Candace was crying, Giselle couldn't even say I appreciate that or nothing, just nothing, and the
She
fact that
all she said was,
nobody.
"Oh, she making it about her," and I was
Right,
like, "What?"
and the fact that nobody was like Giselle, she's
Hold
trying.
on, hold on. Let him
Hold on,
speak.
y'all. Hold on.
The fact that people were like, the fact that people weren't like Giselle, she's trying. The fact that nobody said anything was just weird. It's the fact that like it's crazy how this woman has sat here for the past 8 going on 9 years and has brought nothing to this show, like
Everything
absolutely
is
Not
nothing.
done.
since Sherman.
I
Well,
think that's
Everything is
But
done
honestly
to
but
them,
why.
and
guys.
it's
I
weird
think
though
that's
because
honestly why Candace is leaving because
you
this reunion, like, I feel like Candace was just like overstimulated, overwhelmed because the amount of, I know people get on Candace for being a crybaby. It doesn't bother me because I like have
it
friends in
doesn't.
real life who also cry like when it rains. But I just think that Candace was overwhelmed. It was her and Wendy with their backs up against the wall, like on defense, the whole reunion when they should have been receiving apologies from people. And it just seemed like nobody on the couch, in production, was even looking out for Candace whatsoever. And it was too much for her. And I think she's like trying to have a baby, and it's just like you don't need all
They
that stress in your life.
she didn't need
they
You
it.
are
wasted
not
that
wrong, Lauren. Not at all.
they
Because
wasted that first
honestly,
chair on Mia. They should have gave it to Candace. The
Hmm.
entire show was about her.
Right.
and
And
the
my and
But
refusal of
Agree.
people
like
to do
last
their
his
job.
last
So it's like at
season,
the
she
end of
did.
the day, there should have been a conversation that Andy had personally with everybody, and he should have held Giselle and Robin's feet to the fire. Because despite Candace and Wendy's issues, they were still willing to film. The people who are trying to freeze people out, make them lose their jobs, that's Robin and Giselle. They not
Yep.
playing the
remember,
ball game. And this ain't
And
something new because they
Hmm.
did this with Monique. Everybody talks about Karen for Fence City. I don't see it as fence sitting. She is
me
a
either.
grown A woman with her
she
own
said that
mind, her
multiple
own
And
times.
not only
opinion.
that, Karen held Monique's feet to the fire, but
Yes.
at
And
the
Hmm.
she
same
held their
time,
feet to the fire. She will
She
call
said that
everybody
Monique
out.
told him that
Everybody
she
gonna get the
fucked up.
smoke but Karen.
hmm
Karen got smoke for everybody but herself and her own accountability. But that's for
hmm
next season.
I have a question,
But
guys.
also that
What
blame Angie
what
and
faces
production for letting Giselle get away with all she does because not once he made Giselle apologize. He always blamed Candice and Wendy. He never pushed Giselle to own what she does on the show. He always let her scot free. So his little speech that he did at the beginning about holding everyone accountable, I don't see it on the reunion. And honestly, that's why I won't even watch clips from next season because it's really pissing me off. It's not even enjoyable to
Girl,
yeah,
watch.
somebody
it's
must be in
Yeah.
love
gaslighting.
with that triple neck. Somebody is living up under her neck and letting her get away with God knows everything. Because I'm so sorry.
One thing.
How?
Do y'all agree with this comment from Ransom Rambles? Do y'all think y'all baby and Candace too much?
No, I
In
no,
No.
don't.
regards to what?
I don't think
How?
that we're
no.
I
babying
think that's a loaded. I
Candace.
think that's a
You
loaded
got
comment. You got to tell us
it
what though.
is.
Like you got to be specific. What are we babying? Like what are we not holding her accountable for?
I'll speak
Like
And
I
to
Like
said,
be
I'll
y'all
speak to
specific.
acting like
We've
generally.
we've all
I'll speak
dragged
to
Candace.
that's
generally.
what I'm
I
saying.
don't think
Candace
that
got a mouth.
Candace I don't
Like
think
I
that
said
Candace
I'm
is
earlier.
about to say
being.
my icon should let you know where I stand because on any
I
given day I don't care for Candace. But right is
yeah.
right and wrong is wrong. And I
Yep.
can
Yeah.
see
I
where even
don't
though
think that
yes, she done
Candace is
messed
being
up.
babied. And the reason I don't think
And
that Candace is being babied because who has Candace's back to be babying her? Candace is
No,
on
no,
an
no, no,
island by
nobody.
herself.
and can
Her and Wendy, her and Wendy aren't even like super close good friends because you see even there are moments where Wendy will. I think what Wendy's trying to do is trying to like play
I
neutral,
think
but
she
like
talking
she
about
does
us.
it poorly, so it looks like she's taking everyone else's side over Candace. Candace is fighting a losing battle.
And
Candace is probably just
Candace
like
got a
Monique.
mouth
She
because
probably was
she
like,
been
I'm
through
done
so
with
much
this.
on the show, from being called a little girl to just so much, so
to
much on this
them,
show.
This is my thing though, right? And maybe this is just to me. I'm one of those people. I'm like, let's set the ground rules and let's let it be fair across the board. Either we
Yeah,
gonna fight with our words like they guns and knives, or we gonna be respectable. We gonna make sure we don't cross boundaries. We don't go too far. That's my issue with Potomac. That was my issue with Basketball Wives when OG was still on there. That was my issue with Married to Medicine this past season. I don't like when people start stuff and then when you come at them with a razor blade, they cry mental health. We gonna either fight dirty or we gonna fight fair. But we can't keep doing stuff like Giselle be doing, and then when I come back at you with that same vigor, all of a sudden you a victim. I don't like that. I can't stand it.
and the
But you
thing
see,
for
they
me is
If I
like
asked
they
Suki
can,
knew
though.
how Candace's mouth was before, so like it's the thing for me
right.
is like what did you expect her to do? Did you expect her to just not say
Wait, I'm
anything?
sorry. Why do people keep talking about Candace's mouth? I wouldn't even place Candace in the top 10 most
Mm,
vicious housewives. When people say, "Oh, Candace's mouth is so ruthless,"
it is.
what are you guys like talking about? Like, can someone please
What?
explain that to
Okay,
me?
I
Go
like
look at some
I
clips
like
and then come
Candace.
back, Lauren.
If I
I,
can, I like to speak to these past two comments. We all know Candace was there and upheld the BS of season 5, and that's
Right.
why my pictures is what it is because
Is
she
that the
deserved
topic
everything
though?
she got in season 5 because you knew what they was trying to do, and you went through Karen and told
Yeah.
Karen to warn Monique versus telling her yourself. Because regardless if I'm cool with you or not, I'm like, hey, these what these girls is doing. We ain't rocking with each other, but I just need you to know this is what they said. And
And I
this is what they
also
trying to do.
like to
Candace was
piggyback
over
off of
here
that.
trying to play to
But
them
Mo,
green-eyed bandits, thinking that they was gonna be her friends, and she got done dirty. That's why I didn't feel bad for what happened last season. I felt bad for Chris because Chris caught a stray. It was a way
y'all
for
gotta
him to
stop
get at
bringing Monique up.
Candace.
Y'all gotta stop
But
bringing
that's the
Monique up
thing.
every
no,
5 minutes.
but
Like this
Monique,
literally is not
but
the topic.
no, but
No,
that's
but the
the
thing
thing. But
is
This is
season
it's not the fight.
five,
context
It's
into the
not about
story,
the
though.
fight. It's about the aftermath of the fight and how we are where we are today. That's why we have to keep bringing this up because nothing has
Because what
changed.
Candace thought would never happen to her, the plotting happened to her. And so it's like,
Absolutely, say it.
it's like,
And
do we
it
feel
People
bad or don't we?
they sided for her.
and
When she used Giselle and Robert, she should have left them alone to fend up for themselves.
and you know what? Y'all have a point. There it is context, but this is my thing though. We can't choose selective karma. I can't get with people
That's
saying, well,
true.
Candace deserved this, but what does Giselle and Robin deserve when they were the ringmasters of this whole situation? We don't
They
ever say they
because
deserve
Not
I
the
karma.
never
everything,
public
said
but they
that
You
are
got a
they
point
deserve
with
protected.
that.
karma.
we the
Candace
Yeah,
public have to
pointed
hold
that
them to
out
the
from the
fire
We,
because
it's,
beginning.
production won't.
but when,
right.
when it comes to us as the viewers, when I hear people verbalize like their thoughts on it, I always and I'm not saying anybody specific here. I'm just saying overall the whole conversation on social media. It's always Candace deserves this, Wendy deserves that because of what they did to Monique. So those two deserve more than the two people who actually did talk about and plot on her child. We never
Right.
talk about what they deserve. That's my only thing.
Yep.
It's
Yes,
selective.
people will
I
say
don't
that
know if it's
Candace
just
needs
I
her
don't know
head
if it's
bashed
T's
in,
viewers
but
specifically.
won't say that about Giselle or Robin.
It's selective, and I can't get with the selective karma. Either everybody deserves it or nobody deserves it.
I
Everybody
get what you're
deserves to get their
saying.
shot
I
when
get
they
what you're
when
saying.
they
I just don't know
messed
if it's
up. The
T's
sad
viewers
thing
that's
is
what feels that
them
way.
girls ain't gonna get it. Like production will not let Robin and Giselle be held accountable because even with them confronting Robin about one, they let that help escape by. Because we
Mm,
seen Karen and
thank
Ray
you,
get
SB
dragged
Mac.
more than this. They was dragging Wendy and Eddie over that fake blog more than this. And they let that girl skate by. And I couldn't believe this because we ain't nobody was posting the pictures of the girl on the show that look like Karen. So they got Karen sitting here looking like a fool from last year. But if you look at the pictures on social media, that girl
Look just
does
like
look
her.
Look
like a younger
exactly
version of
like
Karen.
her.
Look just like her.
Looks like a younger version. They will sit up here playing in all our faces. And
I
production,
don't
they
I
need
don't
to switch
understand.
production
Production did
I
play in
don't
our
company.
face
understand
because
how
also
Giselle and Robin gained so much favor with production. Nene
Because
didn't
somebody
even
was
have this
giving them
That's
much
what
some
me
neck
too.
power
in
on
the office.
Atlanta.
had
Well,
to be.
see, that's the thing. It's just like I hate to bring it up. It's just like season 5. Production clearly took some, and this
Mm-hmm.
reason I know this happened because Giselle admitted it on whenever she used to do that girls show with Portia, that she had a breakdown at that reunion. But we, the public, didn't get to see it because
Yep.
production
That was
protected her.
Even Funky
that was the
Dineva, I
first
hate
thing
to
that
bring up another content creator on your channel, but he called that out because a producer he knew said the same thing. Like she went slapped the heck off because Monique got in that butt.
that was the
Okay,
first
Um.
thing.
so I got a super chat here. Shout out SD Mac, and it says
Oh,
Candace
thank you for
played
the
the
super
same
chat.
game that Mia is playing and got burnt. However, Giselle still can't say what she and Robin are mad at Wendy about. Do y'all agree?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
That's
think
true.
Yes.
everybody on this show, with the exception of Robin, has played that game, and everybody has gotten burned one way
Mm-hmm.
or
I don't think
another.
that Candace is playing a game. I think that Candace genuinely thought that she was becoming friends with these women. And the reason why she's
Mm.
crying nonstop is because she's now realizing that these people not only were not her friends, but
Yeah.
do not like her. And I think that is what is most frustrating and overwhelming for her.
I
Yeah,
I
like
was
I said,
taking
I
see.
She
I
believe
is
screenshots
get
of
so
because
it. It's
young.
everything.
I,
She's
like
I
young.
as much as I never saw their friendship, I do believe Candace really like pushed the friendship more on her side than Robin did because when the
Mm.
when the chips fall, Robin is always going to choose Giselle over Candace
She
every
did that with all
freaking
these
time.
ladies. She did that
everybody.
with all these ladies. Like I
And
think she
that's
tried to do
the
that with
reason
Ashley.
why.
She did it with Wendy. Did it with Monique. Like she did.
And
She's really trying to make relationships real relationships.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why I personally, and I hear what y'all are saying, but I personally just can't get that with Candace. I can't because it is like it's been too many shining examples. So many other people have come and gone. So many situations have took place that their hands were in. Like it's just like, how could you possibly really think
She didn't think it
that
could
Right.
happen
for
to her.
whatever you're gonna be the different one and they're gonna love you and kick everybody else aside. No, ma'am. That's just so naive to me.
You
See, and a
said
lot of
that,
people
T,
got
because
to
I'm like, girl, you
realize.
sat at the table while they plotted multiple
on
times,
on like
girl.
that.
You
That
seen
Right.
the playbook.
I wouldn't even
Why
want to
didn't you
sit at
think
a
you was gonna
table
get
with them.
played?
So,
And see, a lot of people don't
They
mention
even
season
tried.
well,
six.
and
They
that's
even
the and
tried to
that's the
get
thing that
Michael, but the
and
only
can
reason
I
why they didn't get Michael fully is because Juan loved him some Michael.
and can
I
I
gotta mention season
No,
six
Michael
But
got the
because
money to have them wrapped up in court for years. That's why they didn't get Michael. Michael is quick
Hmm.
to throw a lawsuit out.
Show
and to
it.
me and can I say
yep,
something? And to me, what irritated me the most about like I said, going backwards, but like season 5, the most is like when Monique got into a horrible situation and did all that. People were calling her a hood rat ghetto, and they were talking about she was a bad representation for her daughter and all this other stuff. I think to me
she
that's just
human.
crazy when they were talking about kids should be off limits for an eye roll, but they really told Monique she was gonna be a bad
They
representation
hypocrites.
for
Yes.
her
Yes, I
kids
agree
and
with that
stuff.
and I disagree with what they said. Even though I don't like money, it's not fair to
to
bring up her
to call
daughter.
her
That's
ghetto
wrong.
in the hood rat, I don't like that. Like just because she made a mistake and she fucked up, that doesn't make her a horrible
But
person
So
and all the other stuff.
this is
I
when I
think
At
to me
all.
that was
let
so
me
stupid.
let me say something real
there's a
quick.
term for that. It's called anti-blackness. Let's talk about it.
Oh, that's true.
Mm.
It's one
Oh,
thing I gotta bring up because after season 5, when season 6 happened, this is when I think Candace should have opened her eyes. It didn't happen with the whole Chris, her husband Chris situation. This happened when Mia and her got into it, and Giselle even said, "If you got beat up, you deserve it."
yep,
And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, see,
yep.
but they don't ever want to bring that up. They
Yeah.
had that. We had the Chris situation, and we had the "you stole my bottle" on the Ultimate Girls
Oh,
trip. Like
yep.
Sure did. Speak
it's a
on it.
whole list
Not the
of
I
bottle.
why.
want to know how
Oh
you
my
know it's a
And
God.
it was
first
wait,
I
who
lady
up
That's
and
a
who
because
casa
if I
and
may,
azul.
I
wait,
don't think everyone
how is
watched
this
Girls
woman
Trip,
a
but she
first
really
lady?
accused Candace of being an, a
Yeah.
thief.
A
and
thief,
it just
yeah.
came off really
And
weird.
and
When
not
she's
only that, but
broke.
you guys got
When
to
she's
remember
broke.
they filmed Housewives. They filmed the last season of Housewives of Potomac, then Girls Trip, and then came right back into this season. Candace is getting hit with multiple infractions from Giselle back to back. By the
And
Man,
they
time we
didn't
get
have
to
to
the
show
filming of
it.
this reunion,
overwhelmed.
she's overwhelmed. She is.
Hmm.
And
You
production
can
keeps letting it
tell.
slide. That's the other thing too. Like their
Absolutely.
production on Girls Trip and this production, she's constantly being put in a position where she's being held accountable for her response to Giselle, while also like being gaslit the entire time. And then any time that she speaks up for herself, and Candace is always being demonized when it comes to responding to Giselle. Y'all won. I quit.
I mean, the
If
truth
I
is,
if I could
Candace.
say
I'm
this,
done
this
with the
actually
during
goes
conversation.
to
during the
that
last
live
part of the
Candace did
reunion.
during season 5 when she talked about, production has this thing where we're all running from the one villain and we're just gotta outsmart them and stuff. I'm like, Candace, you knew the playbook, sweetie. You got your butt on social media eating that oxtails and rice and told everything and validated what
They never
Monique
show,
said.
and that's the
So
part that
why
got on
did
my
you not
nerves.
think it was gonna happen to you when you knew what the playbook was?
And that's the
It
part
was
that got
your
on my nerves.
turn,
Just like
Jerry.
how they kept showing her with the House of Aaron interview. Why they never showed that interview on any of things, especially when the
Hmm.
reunion came up? Why did
They
they always
showed that House of
they
Aaron
showed
clip like 5
Because they
times.
protect some people and they don't protect others.
That's the
that's my
same thing
problem
they
with this
did
show.
with. I hate to keep bringing up Monique, but that's what they did with Monique because
That's my
Monique and
whole
Chris
point.
Mhm.
addressed what Candace said at the reunion in season 5. They wouldn't show that video, but they showed Chris talking about if Giselle was a man, he'd whoop her butt.
Right.
Hmm.
Talk
It's
about
Mhm.
some of these
selective
tricks.
favoritism.
Man,
Shout out to the super chat again. Do y'all agree with this?
What
Candace
lineage?
thought she
What
had the lineage.
lineage,
She ain't got
girl?
comment with Paula and Giselle.
What lineage? What money? Did
what
she
little
think she
is?
was
Well,
super upper
didn't
class?
isn't Giselle's parents?
I don't know
I
what
ain't saying that they Bobo Rockefeller, but didn't they have money? Well, like wasn't they
I
well to
can't
do?
tell.
Girl,
Who Giselle's
no,
family? No, they've never
they are not
been.
wealthy.
No.
Because
on the
Giselle
side.
came up here. Because y'all remember first season, Giselle came up here with, "Oh, I'm a pedigree of this and this and that and this."
With that
Yeah,
So
because
like,
her
MLK,
where
Yeah,
that's where
they
dad.
they
all
coming
did
from.
that.
But that was socially, not financially. Giselle's dad was a civil rights activist, and she's also an AKA. And then she was married to a
Hey,
big
don't
time,
bring us
you
into
know.
that.
No,
Don't bring us into that. That we
what
ain't
I'm saying
responsible for that
is,
mess.
no, I'm not saying she's responsible. No, hold on, because let's be clear. I actually want them to take her letters. I really do. She should not be a
Say
member of that
join the
organization.
club, baby.
But I'm saying that for people like Giselle, I went to Hampton University. I'm a member of a prestigious sorority. My father was a civil rights activist. My ex-husband
Oh,
was a big time mega church pastor. That's why she thinks she's special, not because
okay,
of
okay. I get
financial.
what you're saying. It's not colorism. It's not
And she's
anti-blackness.
actually
It's
realized she's
classism.
on the side.
Yeah.
Right.
Candace thought that they were gonna be on her side because of classism, because we're of a different class, of a different yoke. We them
We were
girls,
born
but
into
baby,
this
you not
kind of.
that
Well,
girl.
y'all got to remember too. That was the selling point of this show. This show originally started out as a Jack
it
and
was
Jill
supposed to be
Yeah.
show.
about
It was supposed to be
Jack
Martha's
and Jill.
Vineyard.
That's why Robin, not Robin. That's why Karen is calling herself the Grand Dame of Potomac. She's married to the Black Bill Gates, and that's the
Yep.
Yeah.
reason why they lead with those talking points. Like honestly, out of all of them, the person who really doesn't belong in terms of the cast is like a Mia, because Mia don't have no
And
pedigree. Neither
Ashley.
does
Yeah,
Gordon.
yeah.
Not
And
even
truth
It
be
that.
was
Mia
supposed
told,
to be
wasn't.
about Jack and
Ashley,
Jill
yeah,
before they became an actual Housewives franchise.
yes, and then y'all
Right.
remember too, Ashley was supposed to be the wild card because Ashley didn't have no pedigree too. Ashley was a sugar baby that landed a rich white husband.
Yep.
Everybody else
Right.
had all this stuff behind them.
Hmm.
But all
And
I
she
know
was
is
the
I'm
wild card.
glad like Giselle's worst hair was that season 1 hair with that helmet she had on her head. Like
Yeah,
that.
That
I'm
helmet of
dead.
salvation
Oh my
Mm,
gosh,
that
it was
mm,
saved
mm.
no
horrible.
one.
My son
Now
is
the
my
rest
I
king.
don't
suffer
understand how that lady was a first lady. Like that is crazy to me.
because her husband was a scammer. Hallelujah.
Well, we about to find
Definitely.
out because shout out to Bestie. I saw him in the comments, but he got a video coming out soon. So I'm gonna end this in a minute. Where I heard some church people done called out Giselle and her foolishness, honey. I'm gonna be right back.
So okay,
I
can I
don't
say
doubt
this?
it.
Can I say this real quick too? I actually am gonna restart my book club, but y'all, I remember back in the day. I don't know if y'all ever read this book. When I was in high school, I read this book called "Casting the First Stone" by Kimberly Lawson Roby, and I always thought that book was about Jamal Bryant. Has anybody ever read that book?
Eric.
I haven't, but why you think it's about him?
because like around the time that that book came out is when some of his antics started popping up and like on like social media and then like some of the newspapers and stuff, and the book is basically about the pastor of a mega church that was sleeping with half of the congregation.
Ooh,
I
But
ain't
that
heard
could
nothing
even be
about
him
it.
or Bishop or allegedly Bishop Eddie Long.
That could be a
Reverend.
lot of people.
I'm about to
I
say
had
that might be a
heard
typical story.
that
Unfortunately,
Y'all know
allegedly
them
fought
them
one of
church children get
Jamal's
down.
mistress. I heard that she fought one of his mistress on the parking lot. I heard that on
Oh,
the internet.
Giselle.
I heard
Yeah,
that too.
so is this what led her to the crazy house?
Probably.
maybe.
what led her what led her to the crazy house was her thinking she was better than half of her congregation because she was light skinned with green eyes and he was sleeping with all the dark skinned fine women up in that church. That's what led her to the
And
crazy
then
house.
having children.
Lots of
Maybe
children.
that's why she doesn't like Candice and Wendy, because they remind them of the type of woman that her ex-husband actually like.
Could
Mm.
be.
Very
Brown
true.
and Stack.
Could
Because
be.
But did y'all see
because
how?
y'all look at his dating history since Giselle. He was in a long time relationship with Tweet. Come on now.
Did y'all
Come
see
on.
how bitter them women looked on that stage when all the husbands slash boyfriends came out?
Yep.
Yeah.
I loved it.
I was
What's
just
the
like,
name of
and I
this
was
book
like, and
again, friend?
It's called Casting the First Stone by
Casting the
Kim.
First Stone.
Yes. So like take Kimberly, but take the Y and put an A.
Mm.
Lawson Roby.
is that the book that she
I
was trying to read on the first season, but it sounded like she was having trouble reading it?
No, she wrote that book. This was a book that came out in like the 2000s.
Oh, okay,
And
okay.
it's always been rumored that that book was about him.
See, Candace and Wendy are better than me because the way I would have had one of his mistresses on the show out for lunch with their outside child, like they need to really get down and nasty. I hate that. Like, while I understand that they're playing the housewives game, them taking the higher road every single time, while their enemies basically are just like driving a javelin in through their chest. They just look crazy. Like, if
And I
you're
think
gonna
But
that's
go
who's to
why
low,
say
I'm
Monique
gonna
and
that?
go
Candace
lower.
Who's
both
to
just
say
had
that
to
the
bow out and just be
producers
like,
haven't
I can't
stopped
do with
that?
this.
This right here,
Yep, that's it.
Casting the First Stone. It's on
That's
Amazon,
it.
y'all.
About Curtis Black.
Yep. It's on
Mm.
audiobook if you got a free, if you with Amazon, it's on audiobook for free. It's on Kindle for
Listen,
$4.99 and it's a
Well,
paperback for $9.95.
now
well,
I
shout
ain't
out
saying
to
this is all alleged. I ain't saying that that's about him, but it's always been rumored since
I don't
back
know.
in
I'm
the
gonna read
day
it.
that their book is about him.
shout out to the Scotty by Nature because I'm gonna say something that he say all the time. I couldn't do reality TV because I'm too real for this mess. Like I can't. When you do some stuff to me, I don't want nothing to do with you. Like
Right.
Right.
I can't do that for a check. It's almost like selling your soul to keep a job, and I couldn't do it.
Especially when you see the game that production is playing. Because who isn't to say that Wendy, after bringing up all the stuff that was happening in Baltimore with her and Jamal, didn't get reprimanded? Because you notice how she never brought it up ever again, and they
Nope.
like just skirted past that.
No,
And you had
yeah.
plenty of people who go up on some social media then saying, "Yeah, Giselle was doing this." Like
Even during the
it's
last
been
part
rumored.
when Giselle slipped up and mentioned that she'd gone to production or whoever's in charge about Candace like interacting with people on Twitter. But I
Yep.
thought you and Robin said you guys weren't into social media, so why are you going to production about them?
You know
Well,
what?
they part
And
of the
I
social media game. That's why they having people
Mm.
pay a Patreon for their content.
and it's two things too, y'all. Just real quick, two things. One, I hate that Candace had that information in that prop because it didn't work and it made people get distracted from the point. The
Right.
point is that there is a crack, and I've been picking up on that while the season was airing. There is a crack between Giselle and Robin happening, and they've been trying their best to hide it. Them two ain't on the same page. You never see Robin and Giselle hanging out solo like they used to. It's always in group settings. And now she all buddy buddy with Ashley and stuff doing them TikToks and that fake Timu business they got over there now. But they are not like they used to be.
I said
And
this last week.
Robin had done ran it all down to that man on Twitter that's always getting dragged for being colorist. I'm saying production, that would have been way more interesting to finally, we've been waiting to see that as the viewers, a fracture between Giselle and Robin. And that
Yep,
would have been way more interesting than every other storyline they've shown on the show this season.
Well, me and
I agree
Terrence have
because
said a
I'll
long
be
time ago,
honest
we've
with
been
you.
wanting to see they fall out. We wanted to
Show
see them
did.
fall out.
Everybody has. And they
Yep.
clearly have had a fallout. They're not on the same page.
Well,
I
I'm gonna
think
tell
they're
you.
not on the same page
Remember
because I don't think Giselle actually knew about the other woman. I
exactly.
think
I was about to
Robin
bring
didn't
that up.
tell her about everything Juan was doing. And
I
then they had to get
believe.
on, she had to try to help her save face on the show. And Giselle got in trouble with production. Because
I
you can
I
believe
even
they had
tell
a
honestly
by how
think
they
conversation
that
dressed
before
up
this
this season.
reunion and
I
said,
honestly feel like Giselle may be low key sabotaging Robin because every time Robin gets into a spat with someone, it's always Giselle in her ear, like, yeah, don't make up with them. Yeah, they're wrong.
mm-hmm.
They're wrong. If you're
Hmm.
somebody's friend, and at least within this Housewives reality TV show game, aren't you supposed to like kind of be playing neutral and be like, okay, yeah, they're wrong here, but
But
maybe
that's
you
why
can try to
Giselle was
patch
so
it up
mad.
here? Like Giselle and Robin, it doesn't. I think they met at the start of the show. Like I don't think their
Like six,
friendship.
I think they said like
Yeah,
6 months before they started filming, they met and to
yeah,
get
they're
Sharice through.
not like good friends like they portray.
There's nothing. Wait, look, for this comment that you just posted, T. That's not about being a friend. The thing is, you got to hold your friend accountable when they're wrong. If you can't do that, you're just a follower.
Right. That part. You's a flunky and a do girl, and that's what we gonna call you. And that's what we was trying to tell Ashley about her friend Alicia on DC.
Mm-hmm.
When you
Like
become a
you can be friends
follower,
with some. You can be friends with, but like Candy, for example, Candy and Kenya are friends. But when Kenya
hmm
is wrong, Candy will call her out on it, and they still can be
Right.
friends. Like that's a friendship. But Robin and Giselle, that's a massive boss situation.
but my thing about it is, Ransom Rambles, do you think she does it, period? I don't. I don't think she do it on
Me either.
camera, off camera, on the phone, over a text message, FaceTime. I don't think she does it,
It's
period.
no, the off camera thing is an excuse to me. I'm sorry. I don't care. They get paid entirely too well for all the good stuff that happen off camera. It's
And to piggyback
ridiculous.
off of what Lauren said, I said this last week. I truly believe that Robin and Giselle had a conversation before the reunion. Said, "Yup, before we get up in this, girl, have my back on everything, and I got yours. I got it."
Hmm.
And then I think when Candace put that receipt out, I do believe that it caught Giselle off guard because remember she was like, "Are you mad about that?" No, I'm not mad about that. She was lying through her teeth. You can't tell me no different.
Hmm. Because
That
they
was
ain't
the
gonna let
first
Candace see
time
them sweat.
Giselle.
Hmm.
Nope.
That was the first time Giselle ever saw those messages talking about Robin talking about. Oh, she showed them to her already. Girl,
Yep.
what? That doesn't even make sense. You showed your friend when you were talking about them. Like,
The only
be
time
so
she
for
admitted that she
real.
should have lied was when Monique said, "Is that his number?" She should have been like, "I ain't never seen that number," but she told the truth. She was dumb for that.
Because Giselle ain't good coming off the cuff.
She's never good.
Nope.
She's not a live reader. She's only a confessional thug. She can't read live.
And people keep saying that, like, oh, Giselle is really, putting in the work this reunion. No, Giselle is not reading and giving life. Giselle is honestly acting super erratic and just talking over people. She's not giving anything iconic.
She had
What
a
she's
stink
really
attitude this whole
giving,
time.
what she's really giving is a scared because she saw that she got moved out of that first chair.
No, no, no.
Exactly.
Wendy wasn't a fake friend for that. I don't think none of us called her a fake friend. We was pissed
She
because
was
at the end of the
though.
day, don't throw none of them hoes no damn bone. No,
Right.
you
Mhm.
don't need to be apologizing. You don't need to sit here and stifle yourself and make
Mhm.
yourself out to be wrong just to let some stuff go by. That's what we was upset with Wendy
Mm-hmm.
for. We told Wendy, girl, quit feeding into that foolishness. That's what we told Wendy. We never said that she was a fake friend. But pretty much y'all, that's really it. That's all I got. I'm finna go on ahead and end this. But
I appreciate all y'all up here watching
mhm.
Yay.
everything.
This
This
was
was great.
fun.
The
Yeah.
same.
And T, I'm glad you're doing this, and I know we got one more of these to go.
Yeah, I might do it more on some other shows. We'll see. Because I like it too. It's fun.
This was
It gets
fun,
you
guys.
debating.
It was
And
nice.
I like to hear other people's like perspective.
Me too.
Just to make sure people see what I see, or maybe I didn't see.
Well, you guys have a great day.
Y'all too.
You too. Have a great day.
You
Thank you
too, boo.
for
Thank
hosting.
y'all for
Love
coming.
you.
Love you
Bye
too,
bye.
boo. Bye, friend. Child, I told y'all, honey, she came up the piece of French accent. Yes, go ahead. Anyway, shout out to everybody that was here. Like I said, it was first come, first serve, and I saw it was a whole lot of other people in the back. But around the time, it was already 10 people up here, and I could only allow 10, include me. So don't worry, we're gonna be back next week, same time, same place. Hopefully, you guys will be able to get here on time. I am just patches. I'm gonna do this more often. We're gonna get a little bit more order though, because I saw the comments, because I had to step away for a minute, but the people said y'all was over talking. We ain't got no time for that. But you said every one of your office. Well, I appreciate it. You got everybody in your office listening to me. Well, I appreciate all y'all. Since y'all watching, y'all make sure to go on ahead and subscribe. And hit the bell notification since you're watching. I totally appreciate all of y'all for being here. Thank you guys so much for the super chats. Thank you guys so much for the cash apps that I received. Thank you guys so much for the likes. Totally appreciate it. Y'all make sure to head over to Scotty's channel so that y'all can get the tea and the dirt about Giselle and these folk coming out here that's talking about her like a dog. I'm finna go around there now. And I will see y'all later tonight at 8:15 at Yocrates channel. Whether you like it or not, panel, where we're going to gag this episode again as a panel. All five of us, Yocrates, Really B, Scotty, Dying Self, Simply Sakina, as well as our guest judges, Busy Blue, Schoolboy. I think El Teddy is going to come as well. I hope El Teddy comes. So y'all definitely make sure to be there tonight on Yocrates channel at 8:15. Y'all are not going to want to miss it. And with that having been said, y'all, I'm gone. Bye.
So tonight